Yo, 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 what's going on, cool? Y'all come on in, man. Get it off your chest Wednesday. Y'all know what time it is, man. Come on in. Come on in, cool. Wipe your feet off. Ring the bell. Don't bring that bullshit up in here, man. Y'all come on in, man. What's good with you? Elizabeth Lasser C. Agent 704 Curtis Lynch. I see y'all up here, man. Y'all come on in, man. Come on in. Come on in, man. We got a little info for you. Got a little bit of this and that. Y'all know how we do, man. We different times, y'all. Around here, I'm on a different schedule myself. And like I said, we had things, man, going on like some of that Wednesday stuff, and then we started losing, and then a lot of Thursday, a lot of the Thursday stuff that we had planned out for the year, and then a lot of our feature people. You remember when we told y'all that a lot of them dropped? They was like, because I don't want to put people out there, but fuck it. A lot of motherfuckers say, oh, they made a lot of predictions about this, and they were gonna, and a lot of people don't want to be asked about. Oh man, well, hey, at the beginning of the year, you said this person was gonna do this and this. A lot of people don't want to stand on their square, y'all. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to stand on their square. So, hey, if they asked me getting ready to come on here, I was gonna make them stand on their square. All that stuff because I was called a fool, crazy, dumb, not knowing what I'm talking about, this and that. Hey, this is my job, yo. I was asked to come over here and talk. Y'all know my background. I didn't call into a lot of shows, be on a lot of different shows. Oh, hey, you need to do this, do that. Hey, yo, me and Q linked up like one of the twin powers, and hey, started doing this. Started doing it, but before that, I used to watch college ball every Saturday, man. I love just sit back, drink me a Michelob Ultra, lay back, watch a college game when I ain't doing something, when I ain't riding four wheelers or doing whatever. I'm gonna let when the off season come in, I'm gonna let y'all in. Y'all really gonna get in depth to see what it is that I do on a day to day basis, on a week to day basis, and stuff like that. Cause there'll be a lot of different type content that we gonna do around here. Y'all see how we growing our channel. We got different channels. NCAA. We got the tailgate. We got Black Cat. We got some more stuff that we dropping around here, man. We got a network going on. When you come to Black Cat, come to the network. Not just, Panther, Panther, Panther all day and out on the Panthers. Even though that's our team, that ain't our life. But we watch a lot of football, watch a lot of different shit. Like, hey, I'm gonna coincide that with what we doing with the Panthers. Just get it off your chest. This is what we could do straight free form the day. This is our biggest free form day right here. And we're gonna bring that in with Texas Swarm. I see you, bro. What's going on with a lot of stuff that's going on around the league, man? Because like I said, man, this has not been the year that we were promised around here. And I want y'all guys, man, if man, 704 Charlotte Bound is like 4 subscribers from hitting that 1,000, man. If y'all, man, just like, okay, fuck it. Like I said, y'all been seeing the buzz that was going on with Panthers Uncensored and PNP. The guys talking about a truce. Big Cat put up the thing, say truce, this and that, part one and part two. Y'all know all what happened with them and PNP and all this and that. And supposedly, I don't know the facts, so PNP came, put something in his chat, and then he said he was going to reach out to them. I don't know if he reached out to them, and I don't know what those guys were going to do. And then somebody said they want to do a march on Mint Street, and that didn't happen. Now, whoever, I'm gonna get this off my chest. Whoever, which y'all some of the biggest platforms right here. Check this. If y'all went out there and said y'all were gonna do a march on Mint Street, just like our little platform, We run around here. We trying to get our subscribers. We trying to get to that level right here on Black Cat. We trying to get to that level where they are. We trying to get a billboard going on. Cause y'all said we need to get eyes out there like yo. We the fans that's buying this memorabilia, that's buying the jerseys, that's buying what are the tickets, that go into the third or the sixth highest game day experience, Bank of America, and we 1-8. It's a damn shame. The damn shame. Okay, then they canceled. Yes, 704. That shit made me mad. That's what 704 say. Agent 704. Me too. You gonna call for it. Whoever called for it, y'all on the biggest platform. Just like we said about the billboard. I'd have been right there holding a sign, whatever. Because don't deserve this what was put out there. If I've been telling y'all, the owner, and we can't do a damn thing about the owner. We can't do, but the owner sitting up here, if he was building this team and don't give away draft picks, cause you just don't do that, y'all. I can cry and jump to the top of the mountain to tell y'all over and over and over again, like, look here, man, you don't build a team like that. You don't do it. And then they say, go. You keep saying you the same thing. Oh, it's got to sink in somewhere to somebody. You build it. You go. We've been doing shit ass backwards. You got at one point you got the same thing over and over again. Insanity. It's insanity. Unless y'all want to say you're insane, you dumb. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Omar, what's going on? I see you out there. But hey, solutions, this and that. We have solutions Saturday on NCAA on Station 88, NCAA. All that type of stuff, man. Where we looking for players and we trying to do this, we try. Temple put us in this situation. Going out there getting GMs and not letting the GM pick his head coach and not letting the head coach pick the quarterback and not letting, we got a damn mess right there in Charlotte. You got people like me right here, right now, where I'm at. If you see stuff out of the window, I'm in Tampa right now, Tampa Bay. I spend more damn time in Tampa than I do at home. I'm in Tampa, Florida right now. Just got through talking about the list about arguing about the Bucks and shit. You know what I'm saying? I've been sitting over there most of the day arguing about the Bucks and stuff like that. I do that at my job. If I'm not doing that, I'm in Atlanta. I've been in Atlanta and I be down here in Florida, in Tampa, in Atlanta, arguing about the two teams, our two division rivals, all the time. And we sitting on the bottom, y'all, of a rack. We sitting on the bottom of a raggedy ass NFC South. But getting back to what I was saying, so I don't know which one of those platforms put forth the March on Mint Street. But then they canceled it. I don't know if it was for, okay, if we do that, the Panthers organization going to look at us a different way, and we can't do what we want to do, blah, 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 blah. We don't want to stir the pot. I want to stir the pot. I want to kick the fucking pot off the motherfucking burner because I'm tired of this shit. I'm the nigga that's tired of this shit. I'm the one that's tired of this shit. You go up there and y'all calling for fine coaches and this and that. Hey, bro, find a coach and the same GM down, you ain't doing nothing. Find a coach and the owner still doing it like he been doing it. That ain't gonna do nothing. That ain't gonna do nothing. Not shit. He can bring in 6 or 7 more coaches. Oh, man, we becoming a clown show. We becoming a clown show. All these young guys doing skits and stuff out there now. They starting to do skits on us, doing skits where people acting like they tough and they telling, oh, I'm gonna fire these coaches and I get somebody else in here for you, Bryce. He acting like he talking to Bryce. I'm gonna get you some weapons, Bryce. And if them weapons don't work, I'll get some more. You see what I'm saying? Meaning, I'm gonna try to fit that square peg into that round hole, like I told y'all. If it's not working, if Frank's the problem, Thomas Brown the problem, Scott Fiddler the problem, Bryce Young the problem, the receivers the problem, the O-line the problem. I break it down to y'all. But don't tell me to march or get this thing together and you the voice of the Panthers or the voice of this. Give me the voice. Get to me. Y'all come over here, y'all give me the voice. Because like I said, this ain't what, hey, y'all see what I'm doing right here. I own a trucking company. Me talking right here, this just give me a platform. I tell them. If I had a chance to talk today, I ain't no yes man. I ain't nobody yes man. I don't answer to nobody. I'm a contractor. I get my own work. This ain't how to point blank. Period. I'm a Panthers fan. I told y'all I cheer for the front, back. It don't matter to me. It don't work like that on my end. I ain't got to play. I talk just like I want to, when I want to. Go over there, man, to bound a 4-way, man, from having 8,000, man. Y'all go over there, man, like them or not, rock with them or not, because of the past. And like I said, now people talking about truces and doing this. Everybody should come together. That's another, the fan base. Our fan base is messed up. Our fan base is messed up. That's another thing. If our fan base can't get along, how can we get it on the field? How can we get down with it on the field? If we can't even get along to different YouTube channels. But over there to 704 Charlotte, man, I need at least 6 or 7 of y'all to go over there, man. If you ain't subscribed over there, go over there, man, and knock them over the top, man. Go over there, man. Y'all click over there right now, man. Knock them over the top, man. They like them. They put in work, man. Just like everybody else put in work. They give you good content, give you facts over the top, man. Let's get them over the top. They're like 4 away from getting 8,000. Let's go over there and get them over the top. But once again, it's Get It Off Your Chest Wednesday. Come on in, like and subscribe over here. But I had to get that off my chest. Don't call for something and then cancel it. We need to march on Mint Street. We need to put this billboard up. We got going our description page, man. There's a the donate. There's a thing to RSVP to the meet and greet this weekend. I want to see y'all, man. I want to see your faces. I want to put the faces with the names with the faces. We get ready, man. We get ready to show y'all all type of love, man. Free food, drinks. We're gonna do a podcast out there. We get man, we plan this thing all year to do it for the people who rock with us. To try to give back to show the love. We didn't know it was gonna be this bad in the season, but I mean, it is what it is. Oh man. With all that being said, I'ma just get back to the things at hand. Things at hand is the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers I've been telling y'all need to take a page out of a lot of other people's book. You take the page out of a lot of other people's book, and it don't matter if it's not working. Don't try to force it. If I've been hearing the rumors around here, like y'all may have been hearing the rumors last couple of days, that Bill Belichick was might be out the door of New England. And you know all the Bill's disciples, Bill O'Brien and Matt Patricia's, the kid who just got fired from the Raiders, Josh McDaniels. I see you relax. What's good with you? Josh McDaniels, all Bill's disciples. Then y'all hollering Ken Dorsey. Y'all hollering Bill O'Brien come over here because Bill O'Brien has success with Bryce Young. So now we at the point of saying we gotta go get Bryce's old college coordinator for Bryce to have success. God damn. Why do you gotta keep forcing if it ain't right? If it don't fit, we got to quit. Why we gonna keep forcing? Why you gonna bring Bill O'Brien over? You gotta bring Bill O'Brien over here. Hell, make Nick Saban the head coach. Fuck it. Go get Nick Saban. Go get every receiver he had. Chris Mitchie. Hell, we got rid of Deontay Brown. You got to go get Deontay. Y'all better go get Deontay Brown because Deontay Brown was on that team at that time. He was the right guard. Go get Deontay to go back on the line. Let's reform the whole damn Alabama team. Okay? If you got to go. If you're gonna go all the way. Go all the way. See, if it don't fit, you see what I'm saying? It gets to a point where it start to be insanity, y'all. You see what I'm saying? It gets to a point where it start to look stupid if it ain't right. It's starting to be like, damn, Bo. you still over there trying to, have y'all ever took a Saturday or something like that and worked on something? Whether it be a car, a bike, or hell, a damn, try to put together a shelf. And you didn't have the right tools, and you caught yourself saying, oh man, I need a such wrench. Let me go back to the store and go get that. Oh, let me go back and get this glue. Oh, if I had this scissor or this little saw, I could take this little piece of. You ain't got the right tool, so you got to keep it. Now the right man that know how to put that shelf together or how to fix that whatever you trying to fix, know what he doing, got the tools, done 1,000 of them in his sleep, because he know what he doing, because he got the right fit. He could have put that shit together in 30 minutes. But it took you all damn day, and then the shit still is weak, it's crooked, it ain't right, meaning you ain't gonna never be able to put books on that shit, or no lamp, or nothing like that. Huh. It ain't right. Don't try to force it, man. If it ain't right, don't stop forcing that shit. They got out here, all these young guys, Ben Johnson, Mike McDonald, Jared Mayo, all these coaches already right here, week 10, that they said is getting ready to be the up #1 candidates for these up and coming coaching jobs that's out here. Now you guys as the Carolina Panther fan base gonna be hollering just as soon as, because our impatient owner gonna be saying doing the same thing. He gonna be hollering about some of these same guys. So I'm gonna give you a couple names that's out there right now. In my humble opinion, what's up, MDJ? Hey, man, as y'all coming in, man, like I told you, man, 704 Charlotte Bound, about 4 subscribers away from getting that 1,000. Y'all go over there, man. Like I said, Panthers Uncensored, PNP, Call a Truce, out here for the podcasters. I ain't got to rock what, when they say, oh, let's do this. No, we ain't running to say do this and do that. But they should have, shouldn't have been no beef between nobody, no way. That's little baby shit. Niggas know what they done in the past. Niggas know what they, ain't done in the past. A lot of these cats act like they 5 years old. If you ain't rocking with me, don't go out there and rock with nobody else. And y'all fucked around and did it. Some of y'all did it. I ain't going over there because you said don't go over there and talk to them. And they ain't my friend. Man, everybody got, and then because I say something about Bryce, oh, I ain't going over there because Go don't like Bryce. It's no secret. No, I don't like Bryce. And if you don't like me talking shit about Bryce sometimes, and when Bryce do something okay, I say, hey, yeah, he threw that ball. Or, hey, I did see him run up the middle. Or, yeah, he took a couple little hits. You know what I'm saying? But I still say he's the wrong guy for this team. That's my opinion. And it's a fact. And I show you the facts all the time, but you'll go there and listen to the dude at quarterback school or something like that. But that guy has an agenda. I don't have no agenda. Like I told you, I don't work for YouTube. I work for myself. Out here doing what I'm doing. I just use YouTube as my platform to talk on it. I don't tell y'all, hey man, give me a cash app and this and that. If you want, you can. You can super chat. You can do whatever. I ain't never asked you for it. The cash app and all that stuff run through the screen. It goes back into the channel. To pay for aesthetics and all that little stuff that we put on the screen, not all that shit costs, man. We do that out of our own pocket for the love of doing it. I don't need you. But like I said, we giving back this weekend a part of this because we appreciate you for rocking with us. But it's all good if you don't, my opinion, or value some of the facts that we put up here, because we have put facts up here on this screen in black and white and been told our face, I don't believe that. Damn, you still don't believe it? Okay, like I said, here we go. Believe this. Believe this. For this coaching cycle, man, they got the Panthers OC, Thomas Brown, as still being a head coaching candidate for the next coaching cycle. Thomas Brown is going to have some interviews. That's why Thomas Brown got to sign a 1-year contract. And that's why Thomas Brown ain't going to get the blame for a lot of this offensive woes. We were saying it the other day, and we were saying that the Panthers offense has a lot of the Rams schemes mixed into it, but they don't have the personnel to execute quarterback play, offensive line play, this and that. No Cooper Kupp, no Matthew Stafford, this one, that one, to execute a lot of stuff that they were doing. But it's because of Thomas Brown that you see remnants of that offense. Thomas Brown gonna be a candidate. He's gonna have some people say, "Hey, yo, if nothing but for the Rooney Rule." So that's gonna be that's a candidate. You got the Bengals OC, Brian Callahan. Well, it speaks for itself. Like I said, once again, this is not a tailgate. If this was a tailgate, I'd be breaking that joint down of these guys, why they are who they are. But I'm just, like I said, I'm just giving you some of the names right now, and I ain't gonna even go through the whole list today. But Brian Callahan is gonna be one of these coaches that they're gonna be crying for. Like I said, he might be the next guy that we crying for. He might be, cause Frank and this staff right here gonna be out of here. I guarantee you, the Cowboys walk into Bank of America Stadium. Like I told y'all yesterday, they're gonna take over Bank of America Stadium. Just like the 49ers did the other year. I already know a bunch of Cowboys fans. I talked to one earlier today. Ain't never been to a game in Bank of America. Don't care nothing about the Panthers, whatever. Oh, he been bought his ticket when he knew that the Cowboys was gonna be this close in North Carolina where he live at, this and that. He's there. Brian Callahan, because when we get embarrassed by the Cowboys, the stadium get overran by the fans. Here come the firing. And we told you yesterday, y'all seen when I told you about the Zillow, about the houses, about everybody shit getting ready to be foreclosed on, all that. I gave you the name of the coaches and assistants and the position coaches that they was gonna be sacrificial lambs. You done seen the Ken Dorsey's. You done seen the McDaniels already getting up out of here. It's a monkey see, monkey do league. Oh well, hell, the Bills just did it. Uh, Las Vegas just did it. This one just did it. I just seen Sean McDermott not on the interview telling them why Ken Dorsey got up out of there or had to go. He said here they asked him a question if it was him, his play calling and coaching, or was it the players? Of course, he danced around it because Sean McDermott is the head coach in the DC. He called the defensive plays because he was the defensive coordinator over here. So of course he calls the defensive plays over there. So he says, no, it wasn't that what got him out of here. It was just pretty much like he played it off like it was pretty much just a time for a change, a new voice. He had been seeing some stuff that bothered him with the offense, and the offense should be a little more ahead of where it's at. He said he's seen the offense move against Miami, and then it went stagnant against the. It wasn't enough continuity or enough times where it's like, okay, 5-game run, offense doing good, and then one game it was like, the offense one game, offense disappeared for 2 or 3 more games, and the offense go good one, Josh progressing or digressing, not progressing. Um, Diggs, he still being a baby crying and all kinds of stuff. But like I said, I'm not going through all that today, right here. But that just gives you got to look inside some other teams sometimes and see their woes, their ups, their downs, highs, their lows, and then say, well, damn. we're either going through that or it looks like we're going that way to be going through that. And to keep from sliding into that pit that they in, let's avoid that. Let's do this. Okay. National Football League. That's why they call it a copycat league. So another name, the Eagles DC, Sean Desali. Now, the other two guys I named, offensive minded guys. So right now, I don't know which way Temple gonna go. Because y'all already heard rumors that he was sitting there saying, damn, I should have gave Steve Wilkes the job. It has been said that. Now he's regretting the fact that he didn't give Steve Wilkes the job. If y'all watch Julian Council on Locked On Panthers, Julian said he talked to an insider that is close to Steve Wilkes. And they asked would Wilkes take the job if they called him to come back to the job. And Wilkes was like, nah, because there was some friction between Wilkes and Tep. Because they said, hey, and y'all can know this about Wilkes. You can see it in his demeanor and the way he carries himself. It's like, yo, Wilkes ain't that yes man. So Wilkes has some pushback to him. Steve Wilkes has some pushback. Was like, nah, it don't need to be done like this. Don't need to be done like that. And y'all see why. Now that kind of even opened my eyes a little bit. I was like, oh, shit. Well, that's the reason for the success that we had. That's the reason that furthermore puts a stamp on everything we've been saying right here at Black Cat, y'all. You get somebody who's not a yes man to come in this place and get this team at 1-5 or 1 and whatever it was that Steve Wilkes got this team at. Get rid of some of that cancerous shit that Matt Rule here at it. Matt Rule, Phil Snow, some of these other guys. He just didn't have, he had to go get Al Holcomb and a couple more people that he trusts because, I'm getting ready to step into some shit now to open my mouth, but fuck it. It's a fucking day. It's a get it off your chest day right here, man. If y'all want me to really, really get into it, I get into it. I get into it. Because one thing, man, when you at that position, it's political. And like he said, if y'all remember what one thing Steve Wilkes said, he kept saying, I trust Al Holcomb. You remember he kept saying that? I trust Al Holcomb against somebody here. When you get in there, man, it's a lot of backroom deals and a lot of shit going on behind your back because guess what? Guess what? At the time, who was the DC? I meant the GM. Who was the GM now? It was Scott Fitterer. Scott Fitterer was the GM. Okay? So, Wilkes got appointed. Wilkes got appointed by Tepper. It wasn't Scott Fitterer that appointed Wilkes. So, who's having them two things, them meetings and shit behind Wilkes' back? And maybe trying to sabotage Wilkes or trying to do that? A Scott Fitterer. Because he wants his own coach in here. Could have been a David Tepper. David Tepper say what? He got to do an acceptance job. He already had them made up in his mind. Nah, I'm not giving this guy this job. Right? I keep telling y'all that all the time. Now he regret not giving the guy the job. Comes out, people close to him say, yo, he got some calls to hear it through the grapevine that they were saying, hey man, damn, we wish we had Steve Wilkes back. Steve Wilkes coming there didn't really like had some pushback and was trying to tell Tepper, nah man, we don't need to do this, we don't need to, I'm not with this, I'm not with that. He said it a couple times in a couple of his podium talks. He kind of told, hey, this is what ownership wants, and I don't know if it's gonna work or not, whatever. This is what we're gonna try, or this is what I got, or this is what I'm working with. Steve Wilkes said a couple things that was like, oh, what is he talking about? But that's why Steve Wilkes had success, and some of these other cats ain't no to him. And that's what you got to have. You can't have, if you bring in another guy that's gonna sit around here and be yet another yes man to this owner, you're gonna end up getting the same results you got right now. We ain't gonna be no better. Guess who the next man on the list is around here? Israel Evero. The Panthers DC. We could lose our OC because he only signed a 1-year contract, and then we could lose the DC to a head coaching job. We could lose multiple position coaches just because of the next loss that we have around here. And we slip deeper into the abyss. That's all. Hey, do y'all see the writing on the wall? Do y'all see the cycle? Do y'all see the insanity that's getting ready to play out in front of us? I'm just putting it out there, y'all. I'm not saying nothing. I'm just putting these things out there. This is not go just saying what might happen. This is the list. This is what is possibly going to happen. Hell, in the next couple of days, in the next few hours, because y'all in your heart of hearts know what's probably going to happen Sunday, whether if you want to admit it or not. Then it's going to be an embarrassment. It's going to look bad because you know our eyes are going to be watching. We playing the Cowboys, and y'all know eyes are going to be on this game. The only thing could have been worse if they'd have flexed it to 4 o'clock. If they'd have flexed it to 4:30, then it would have been a nationally televised game. You know what I'm saying? It went to more outlets. See, because at 1 o'clock you got about 4 or 5 games going on. At 4:30 you only got like 2, and then 1, and then the night game another 1. Yeah. So more eyes on the game. Like Thursday night. See, Thursday night that's what lit the damn wick of the firecracker that's getting all the dynamite that's getting ready to explode. Thursday night, when everybody seen that shit, we didn't score a nail point against the Bears and a backup quarterback. Is that something go? I didn't do that shit. I didn't have nothing to do with it. Y'all blaming me for telling the truth. I didn't have shit to do with it. I'm sitting up here watching it, disgusted just like y'all. That's all. Same thing. So I'm trying to get something back right, y'all. Hold on, bear with me for a second. All right. Watching this just like y'all Thursday night, national TV, and that's what I seen. I seen the Bears with a backup quarterback, D2, Division II quarterback, undrafted, UDA, go out there and win against us with a quarterback who played in a Power Five, SEC, Heisman Trophy, #1 overall in the draft. We move up from 9-1, all that. JP Shepard, what's going on there, buddy? Yeah, all that. Now, as I going through the list, Luke Getsy. Luke Getsy. He's the Bears offensive coordinator. He's gonna be a candidate. I don't know much about him. Like I said, this ain't the tailgate, so I'm not going all through the list, but he's gonna be one of the coaching candidates. The Raiders DC, Patrick Graham. Patrick Graham is out there, y'all. He's a candidate. Now, like I said, we did this big push to go offensive minded. And I think we'll still stay offensive minded because everything's going to be centered around Bryce Young. Everything that we do this offseason right here is going to be centered around Bryce Young. So, which I'm glad, getting it off my chest, I'm glad it is. Because if he's not successful come next year, I don't know who you blame then. I don't know who you blame then. I think the blame game has to stop at that point. Blame game got to stop. The Lions OC, Ben Johnson. I already call his name. Y'all know who Ben Johnson is. And then now the Eagles OC, Brian Johnson. Now, once again, so the Eagles, once again, the Eagles are, y'all know the Eagles, they're 1-8 right now. What more can I say about the Eagles, man? You see, I talk about the Eagles all the time because the Eagles are the standard bearer. The Eagles just lost their OC and DC last year. They stand to lose the OC and DC this year. That's what happened. But guess what? The Eagles ain't gonna miss a beat. They ain't gonna miss a beat because of the talent on the field. And then they're gonna bring in. They've already. They already. They the guys that's gonna come up next man mentality right behind these guys are gonna slide right in there just like a puzzle. It's gonna be seamless. And that's how stuff is when it fits. When it fits, when it doesn't fit, you must have quit. When it fits, it's just fit. It's just right. You don't try to put that square peg into that round hole. Don't force it. This is a game out here of football where you don't have to force this. It shows on the field. The eye test. You're going to see it when it works. When you got a quarterback receiver combination that works, you don't mess with it. When you got a quarterback, even if he had jinky footwork or his throwing motion is kind of, but if it works, don't mess with it. Maybe mess with a little time and maybe mess with a little this and that. If you got it, but if it's not working, then you mess with it. But if it works, that's just common sense. The Giants OC, Mike Kafka. We've been talking about Kafka. I think we had Kafka up here, or either he declined the invitation to come to be our head coach. I don't know exactly what happened with Kafka. I'll find out. But we tried to get Kafka. He was on the short list. He may have declined that shit. Mike McDonald from the Ravens, y'all. The DC from the Ravens. He's gonna be another coaching candidate. I got the Patriots. Is this guy Jared Mayo? Jared Mayo's been coming up through the ranks. He's a linebacker coach, but they got him like he kind of does some kind of because see, Bill Belichick is is like the defensive coordinator over there, and they do stuff kind of how they the Patriot way. And when they're the linebackers coach and things like that, if they want to call blitzes and stuff like that, suppose they can. Um, my man over there that used to be the Dolphins head coach, and he's with the Vikings now. Like I said, I'm bad. Y'all know I'm bad with names. I get it'll pop in my head what his name is. But anyway, he had an interview and he was telling how they used to do over there. But he's gonna be a candidate to come in there and be a head coach. These are just some names, y'all, that's gonna be coming that you're gonna hear spewing out of people's mouths. We need to go get this guy. We need to go get that guy. I usually have an opinion. No, we need to sit down. We need to do this, man. But look, bruh, and I got one more for you. Kellen Moore from the Chargers. Y'all know what happened with Kellen Moore. It's some big names out here that's still out here. You see all these names out here, man. And there's some more names, man. Like I said, I'm not even going through the list, all through the list, man. The list, it was like a list of 40. Kellen Moore come from the Cowboys. He wanted a head coaching job, and they had a little, disagreement and this and that and all, everything like that. But they was like Kellen Moore was the guy that made that offense move over there with the Cowboys. And you see what happened when he left for a little while. Now they kind of getting their stroke back over there. But Kellen Moore, a good coach. And he's going to be in the running for whatever one of these jobs that come up this offseason. So that's my last guy. But like I said, it's a big list. And y'all go break it down to see you can Google it and see who the coaching candidates is and stuff like that. It's about like 40 names out there. OCs and DCs over all 32 teams. Popping. I see you come up here, brother.
What it do? What it do?
If you've been listening to the show, get it off your chest Wednesday. Um, I said a couple things. I got off track, and like I said, I don't know if you were listening in the back or what, but it's just get it off your chest Wednesday, man. I mean, anything you got?
I missed the beginning part, but I did come in when you was going through the coaching the different coaches that's gonna be on the list for these new franchises. Did you see anybody on there that you feel like is a hidden jewel?
Well, like I said, I didn't even go through the whole list, and I looked at the whole list, and I did, like I said, man. Of course, Kafka, Ben Johnson. Really not saying they hidden jewels or nothing like that, but these guys have been successful in what they do, and they
Hmm.
have taken quarterbacks and took them to the next level. And they have had some of them had defenses and moved them right along. Um,
Yeah.
man, it's quite a few guys in here. Frank Smith, the OC from the Dolphins.
Mm.
Y'all keep hollering, we need to do the Dolphins do what Tua did. Well, he's the designer. Frank Smith is they keep giving Mike what's his name? Mike the
I feel,
Dolphins head coach. Mike fuck.
I can't remember his name either.
They start Mike. If y'all got put it in the chat, man, in the name. Mike well, I want to say Mike McCarthy. That's the damn Cowboys. McDaniels? Is it Mike McDaniel? Mike
Yes,
McDaniel?
Mike.
Mike
Yes,
McDaniel.
Mike McDaniels. Yes, Mike McDaniels.
Mike McDaniel. Mike McDaniel. They keep giving Mike McDaniels all the credit for what's going on like that. But Frank Smith was right there, you know what I'm saying, with that. So
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
guy, if you want to say a little guy too, or if you want to call Tua a little guy, if you want to compare him to Bryce Young, and but you still got to put the pieces in there with him. And like I said earlier, Pop, the biggest thing I said, I was listening to Julian Council,
Hmm.
like all this stuff coincide, from what I said earlier, all the way down to what I'm giving everybody this list about coming up in the next coaching cycle. Okay, so let's just go back to what I said about Steve Wilkes. I was listening to Julian Council, and Julian Council, y'all go back to Locked On Panthers, like I told you. This ain't me. I don't pull shit out of the air. This is what this man said, and he's an insider. He's got people that he know because he does interviews with the radio station and stuff like that. So he's backstage behind there talking to other people. And he said, hey, he was talking to one of Steve Wilkes' people, and he said, hey, would Steve take that job? And they was like, they come back to him like, hell no. You know what I'm saying? And that's coming basically directly from Steve because he feel that he got slighted. And another thing, working with Tepper, that
Hold
we
on, real quick.
already know. And
Go. Breaking news. Breaking news. This is. I don't mean to cut you off, but man, so now I'm about to get off my chest. Now I wasn't gonna try to cut you off, but I just seen the tweet just come through. Frank Wright. What it looks like, it just said is that he's going to resume as the play caller.
hmm
That it's not about Thomas. It's about the team. So
see,
you let this guy
and
call two. Mm,
Twan just come in there with it too. Frank Wright. Y'all hear, y'all see the dumb shit. I can't make this up. And Twan just come in there with it. Like I told y'all, man, 704 Charlotte Bound is 4 away from their thousand, man. Y'all go over there, man, and help them guys. I need at least 6 of y'all to go over there and like and subscribe, man. When y'all do that for me, get them boys over the hump, man. They work hard. Get them over the hump. Get them to that thou wow. Get them over the hump, man. Y'all
yes,
go over
sir.
there, like and subscribe, man. I've been announcing it the whole time. I need before I get up off of here, I need them to hit that thousand, man. They like 4 away, man. I know somebody in the chat. I know somebody listening to my voice. I talked about the truce a little bit. That Big Cat, Panthers Uncensored, and PNP was talking about, which they should have been talking about a long time ago because we're in a mess around here. I talked about the mystery. You know what I'm saying? I think that was a mistake, and I think that was something political that somebody didn't end up doing when they canceled it at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
I don't have no affiliations with the Panthers. I don't have no affiliations with YouTube. So it don't make me a care in the world. It needs to
mhm.
be. If you're a Panthers fan, you want this to go down like this. You want it to happen because you need to bring some awareness to what's going on around here. It's a mess, man. When you got somebody that basically benched themselves, Frank Wright benched himself or either the owner told him to bench himself. He benched himself, y'all, as the play caller. He benched himself as the damn play caller, y'all. Do y'all realize that this nigga benched himself, and now he put himself back in the game as the play caller? How stupid is this, y'all? Is y'all are we going? Oh my God! You see what I'm saying? These guys, these other guys have a bigger platform than us. Now they have a bigger platform than us. If they ain't sick and tired of it, but because maybe if you go march, doors won't be open for you. If you cancel it because of that, bro, I'm looking at you sideways. I'm looking at you sideways. Real talk. Because if
Also,
you a fan and you tired of seeing this shit, if you tired of seeing dumb shit after dumb shit after dumb shit after dumb shit, hey, oh yo, anytime, Twan. You know I already know, man. Y'all work hard, bro. Hey, I'm glad to see it. Keep pushing, bro. Hey, them boys, like I said, man, them boys like 4 or 5 away, man. I need at least 6, 7, 10, 15 of y'all, man. Go over there, like and subscribe, please, please, please. Help us out. Go over there, like and subscribe. Push them over the top. But you say what
so
you say, Twan? I mean, Pop.
also being reported that GM Scott Fitterer, assistant general manager Dan Morgan, head coach Frank Wright, senior defensive assistant Dom Capers, and many others, including Nicole Tepper, watched the O line versus the D line drills at practice. It was extremely apparent that it was a focus for the team leadership today on the practice field. Now, not really sure
Okay,
what
name those names again, Pop. Name those names again.
Scott Fitterer, Dan Morgan,
Okay.
Frank Wright, Don Capers, Nicole
Hey,
Tepper.
hey, Pop. Is your where your headset at? Your headset, because I want the people in the back to hear you when you name these names. Because I think these names that you naming are very important. So
So it was Scott Fitterer,
hit them again.
Scott Fitterer, Dan Morgan, Frank Wright, Don Capers, and Nicole Tepper, and many others were watching the offensive line versus the D line do drills today. Um,
So what does
I'm
that
not.
tell you?
I think right now they know the massacre is on the way. The massacre is on the way. The
Mm,
napalm is already aiming at its target and is about to drop on Sunday.
I'm with JP. Paul,
What's
can
up,
you
JP?
read J? Can you read JP? Can you read his comment?
Well, he said, well, Brown couldn't get a TD versus a 25th ranked defense. LOL.
No, no,
Uh,
no, 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 no. Look,
oh, before that,
the one I just put up.
he said, what the f Nicole doing out there watching for? She doesn't know shit. So I don't want
Do y'all understand?
to.
The cold
uh,
Jeff out there with the GM, with the assistant GM, with the Dom Capers is the senior advisor, and whoever else, right? Now they all out there on the field. Here it is, November. What's the date? November, whatever it is, week 10, and they out there looking at the team. Shit, they should have been doing at OTAs, mini camp. You understand? But you see, they got the wrong people out there. You got Nicole Temp out there who shouldn't even have a job. Like JP said, she don't know shit. You can't tell me this chick know nothing about no football operation. You understand what I'm saying? But see, she got some kind of title of what she is. And Tampa got some type of title right here. Y'all, I'm just telling y'all this. This is the state of the Panthers. This is why we where we at. Then y'all can go through that list, what I just told you about these coaching candidates all damn day. But if you continue to have these people that don't know shit at the top of the damn thing on the field out there evaluating something that they don't know shit about,
Mm-hmm.
and then some of these cats right here that's OCs and DCs and stuff like that, they just want a shot at a head coaching job. Because
So check.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Frank Wright gonna get another job, and Frank Wright, I'm gonna tell y'all something else. Frank Wright got a 2-year contract, 2 years left on his contract from the Indianapolis Colts that pay him. Don't you cry or don't you weep for Frank. Frank had just got a damn extension before he got fired. Frank on the contract. That's guaranteed money. Indianapolis is still paying Frank. And then
So
if we find he still got 2 years over here. So he can go home and sit on his ass if he wants to, or go get another OC job somewhere, which he probably will, and get paid from that. Frank's a millionaire. Don't go cry for Frank.
so Frank Wright states that this decision should have no effect on Thomas Brown. So
Bullshit.
so check this out. Y'all said that, oh, Bryce Young is hurt because of his ankle. Y'all didn't know when his ankle got hurt, what play it was on, what day it happened. Y'all sat his ass. Then you did a bad job by play calling. You gave up your rights for play calling,
He
right?
benched himself. He benched himself.
You bent yourself
He
and gave
benched
up the
himself.
routes, your right to call plays. You said we still gonna do a collaborative
Who,
or whatever.
but who benched?
And
Who
then
really
hold
benched
on,
him
hold
though,
on, hold on,
Pop?
hold on.
Who really benched him?
Shit, I think Tampa did. But
Okay.
so
Get it
you
right
gave
now. Get it right.
so you gave Bryce what, one game to sit? Okay, then brought him back. You let you let Thomas Brown call the plays for two games, and then you bench him and say I'm gonna take over the play calls, and it's not gonna have any effect on him against who? So Frank, are you telling me, because I think what Frank likes to do a lot is he's willing to fall on the sword to save somebody else's job. What he's not realizing that he's going to end up getting himself fired. And I think he's all right with
I
that
see
because he's got the extra 37 million, however much it is, 40 something million coming in already from the
I
coach.
see it another I see it another way. I see it another way there, Pop. You got David Tepper bench Frank. Okay? David Tepper bench Frank or told Frank to bench himself, right? Hand it over to Thomas after the Seattle game, right? Like you said, you got Bryce saying or them saying they were gonna slide Bryce out by saying Bryce was hurt. Supposed to have been for 2 games, right? They say he'd be out for 2 weeks. Miraculously, he's healthy. I see what we see him at Seattle, walking around, high fiving motherfuckers all up and down the sideline. He didn't look hurt to me. Didn't look like your ankle, toe, nothing on your lower extremity was messed up. Okay. Then Tampa comes back in there and say, "Damn, here Frank, it's your team again. You can you can do whatever. You can." Jalen, you got something in the background.
Oh, oops, man. Nah, my bad. I was washing dishes.
Then Tampa comes back in there and says, "Look, man, if you want to take back over play calling or whatever, you see who calling the shot." I don't think Frank will be this wishy-washy, giving himself the damn play caller, then letting Thomas take over the play caller. That ain't come from Frank. That Frank's been
Uh-uh.
told to do that. That don't even
Well,
make no sense.
Okay, well, if that's the case, that's the case. it don't really matter to me anyway because the play calling is gonna look just as bad as it has any other time.
There you go.
It
Yeah.
ain't a
Right.
different play caller. It's the same playbook. Just a black guy saying it last week and a white guy saying it this week. It don't really, it doesn't that nothing changes the outcome because you still about to catch this massacre. So if let's say that they said no, Frank, we're going against a good team. We want you to call it. We want to see if you got the skill set to at least make this game competitive. I guess you want to say. And if not, that napalm coming down. Either way, I'm
Oh, it's
happy.
coming down. It's coming down. You see the writing on the wall, Pop. These motherfuckers out here watching the offense and the defense go against each other. Then all of a sudden at 3 o'clock, 3:30 this afternoon, you see the damn thing come down and say, uh, Frank gonna call plays after 2 games. Like you said, uh, he wanted to bench Bryce, or he was gonna kind of
Use
lightly
his
bench
leg.
Bryce behind an injury and play Andy because going into camp, remember, Andy was deemed the starter. The day Bryce signed the contract, Bryce was the starter. That just come down from Tepper, yo. All that come down from Tepper.
Mm,
Tepper
mm, mm.
hand been in all that shit. Tepper.
When is this
Yeah,
gonna stop, though? When is
I
this
think
gonna
this
stop?
is I think this is the most distasteful move I've seen in a long time when as far as coaching. You brought this man in here to do his job, and yes, he didn't do a job. He didn't do a great job, but neither did you, being the head coach. Let this man go out here and coach against one of the best teams in the NFL. It can't be no worse than what you've done. What you did is shun this man and taken away everything that he's collected mentally for the last 2 weeks and said, well, out the door with that shit. You know what I mean? But like you said, if Tepper's the one sitting here telling him, no, 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 then
Yeah.
he wants Frank to bite the bullet. He wants Frank to fall on that sword. He wants Frank to be the one that when they come to the podium, no matter what the outcome is, what happened here, Frank? What happened there, Frank? What happened there? Because if you notice too, you ain't been seeing Thomas Brown, have you? Have you really been seeing Thomas Brown talking on the podium? Now usually he up there every week. I ain't been seeing Thomas Brown on the
Yeah.
mic.
The beginning of the week, the beginning of the first time,
I ain't been seeing where did Thomas Brown all of a sudden
and
disappear
the
to?
next time, now it's like it ain't no different. So they see that the man say, you ain't doing no better than this one and that one and that one. It ain't gonna change here. Take your duties back. Take your duties back, or here, run the team. Or he's frustrated, and now, like you said, Pop, after the massacre Sunday, he can say, I'm getting rid of this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy. Right? Because what
Mm-hmm.
Temple has done when he did this move right here and told Frank, go ahead and take your duties back, is setting Frank up to get Frank out the door and get all of them out the door.
You
Because
know.
he said, okay, I'm going to try Thomas. Thomas
Uh-huh.
don't do no better. Here I get back to Frank, and now I'm getting all y'all out back out the door.
Mm-hmm.
All y'all getting ready to go. I put it back in the hands of the head man now. You understand? The head man
Mm-hmm.
couldn't get it done now, and I also see that the motherfucker up under him couldn't get it done. Now let me get all of them out of here. I told y'all hands was gonna roll. If y'all couldn't see that, man, I don't know something was wrong. I told y'all hands was gonna roll.
You know what I
I just,
predict?
I just put it up yesterday. That motherfucker getting ready to get fired. We just had that show yesterday.
I bet you that this was the hardest practice that they've ever had all season long. I bet you this was the hardest one. Having all them
Why? Cause
eyes
they
look,
was there.
all them eyes.
Cause they was there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It
yep,
don't matter, Pop.
yep,
They done
yep.
lost that locker room, Pop.
You know,
Pop.
no, I'm looking at it from a different perspective. Go the ones. that have been bullshitting, they gonna see it. And the ones that they know that's really putting some effort out there, well, it ain't gonna be that hard to see that they gonna stand out. You ain't gotta worry about
Wow.
Lubu practicing hard. He showed in the game. So all the ones that they about to get cut and get rid of, they just wrote a list. He gone, he gone. Coaches too. He gone, he gone. That was the hard. I'm talking about from everybody, from the coaches to the assistant coaches to the ball boy to the water boy, the players. All of them just got a whole full assessment, which they should have been doing from the very beginning when they built this team. Today, they just made their cut list.
Pop,
Today,
check this out. It don't matter if Nicole Temple, Federer, Dan Morgan, and all them are sitting out there.
down.
Them and them assistant
I
coaches and them
know,
guys they done said it was the ones that picked these guys to come on this team. It don't matter.
right?
What are you gonna do at this point right now? At this point,
You can't do
what
shit, but you can't do shit but
what are you
assess your
gonna
team.
do?
But it's the first time we've ever heard Don Capers' name been mentioned. Wiley, wherever you at, ain't you here by now? Damn, tap in. Uh, yeah, it's different. This is the first time Don Capers been out there from what we've heard,
Look,
and
bruh.
I like that.
Look, bruh. I'm gonna tell you, it is. It's a evaluation thing, like you just said, but also it's a get ahead of the dumb shit thing too. You understand?
Well, the
They
only way you get
making it
ahead of
look
that dumb
like,
shit is you get rid of Scott Fitter.
look, bruh, listen to what I'm trying to tell you. They getting it's perception. They making it seem like now you got the news crew out there, you got this one out there, and they reporting on it. Why if you just out there looking at something, you wouldn't even be reporting on it. You want him to be reporting on. Appreciate that, see. Y'all see what it is, man. Y'all go in there, man, run them boys up, man. Y'all run them boys up. Appreciate that, see. Just all you gotta do is go just tag inside it, run them up, man. Y'all go run them up. Hey, but it's a perception thing. If I'm out there and I own the team, I don't even want nobody to know. I'm gonna be sitting in the box there. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be sitting at the box looking. I could be looking almost like if you go to jail or you in a interrogation room, pop, when you see it on the movies and shit, right? They got you on a two-way screen. They don't even want motherfuckers to know I'm looking at you. You understand what I'm saying? Because just like you said, motherfuckers who ain't been going hard gonna go hard now. It's not real. You
This
understand what
is
I'm saying?
bull,
You gonna be out
man.
there hollering and shit, ah, run as hard as you can run because oh
I
Nicole
know.
looking at me. Oh such and such looking at me. It's a fake practice. It's put on. I
Mm-hmm.
don't
Well,
want nobody. I'm be like undercover boss. You know what I'm saying?
they
I don't want you to see. I'm gonna be on closed circuit. Oh, I see Pop walking back to the huddle. I see this motherfucker here ain't you see what I'm saying? I don't want you to know I'm looking. So they
it's
put
crazy.
on. They had reporters out there today who was on the field probably, and all types of media and all type of motherfucker out there watching Nicole evaluate. Watching Nicole evaluate. Watching Dan Morgan and Scott Fitterer evaluate. That's bullshit. Like I tell you, podium talk. You understand what I'm saying? That's bullshit. All they trying to do is get ahead of this massacre. They know the Cowboys getting ready to take over Bank of America. They know it's going to be fucking 40, 50 something to 7 or 10. You understand what I'm saying? And then they're gonna say,
6.
yeah, we was out there, we was just out there last week and we seen what we need to do, and we're getting ahead of this. And watch them say, we're getting ahead of this, and we're gonna and yeah, we know something. And it's we've been evaluating things, and we had to let coach such and such go, and we're gonna make some shakeups. Fucking Sean McDermott was just on NFL Insider today saying the same shit why he got rid of Ken Dorsey. The same shit, Pop.
Mm-hmm.
The same shit getting ready to be said out here on Monday, Tuesday. Here it is Wednesday. Y'all said Tampa. We already been told that Tampa have meetings on Tuesday. They moved it from Monday to Tuesday because it was hard after the games and shit to get everybody together on Monday. They moved it to Tuesday. They have meetings every week. They just had a meeting, and he told in the meeting, he told Frank, Frank, go ahead and take back your play calling duties. Take the play calling duties back from Thomas.
which is stupid
You can call
because
you can call the
I
games again.
I
Here he
don't
go,
understand.
running his ass out there. I'm calling games again. I'm calling games again.
I don't understand that dumbass question. Like why they even ask that, and why he didn't just stay on his morals and say, hey, yes, Thomas Brown is our offensive coordinator. He's gonna be calling the plays just like he's
He's
been.
the yes man. You understand what I'm saying? When Temple came up to him and told me, "Hey, nigga, you can go ahead and call games," he should have said, "No, no, cool, no." No, we leave it like you wanted it. We'll leave it like you wanted it. There you go. You got it now. What else you want me to do, boss? Nah, I'm good. That's what he should have said. That's what the fuck he should have said. But he hopped
This
his ass right back out there. Boss said I can call games again. I'm calling games again.
this is crazy, y'all.
Yeah,
This
Ha
is
ha! I got my power back.
what are we finna do now? What are we? Okay, here's
But
the thing
Jalen,
about all
Jalen,
this,
tell you the
man.
truth,
Here,
I fucking I know Jalen. I don't know Jalen.
you got players trying because they see other people watching them. That don't fit right with me, man. That don't fit right with me because I played football in high school, man. That don't fit right because it's like that means you never was trying in the first place.
Hey, did y'all watch the other was that Monday with the Raiders? When did the Raiders just play? What game?
Monday night
Was that Monday night?
against against
Okay.
against the
Did
Denver
y'all
Broncos. No.
did y'all
Denver
see them?
Broncos versus
No, that was Denver. It was
that was,
Denver. Monday was Denver against the Bulls. Sunday, it was a Sunday night game. The Raiders played the Sunday night game. They won the Sunday night game.
yeah, Sunday night game.
Mm.
If y'all listen to the commentary before the game, the boys say, "Hey, the new coach said that was a breath of fresh air to come in the door. They respect this guy. He got the locker room. Y'all see how he playing? That's just how them boys played for Wilkes. That's how them boys played for Wilkes,
Mm. Say that again, Ghost.
right?
Say that
That's
again.
how them boys played for Wilkes. They don't respect Frank no more. When you see
Yep.
these guys have seen too much motherfucking football and too much politics go on from college to Pop Warner to whatever. You understand what I'm saying? They see it, y'all. They know. It's just like when you at your job. It's the same thing, different. When you see, oh, Johnny, that job. You see, he kissing ass to the director. You know what I'm saying? He get ready to get that manager job. Oh yeah, they grooming him. Oh, they like him. Y'all see the other cat when he come through the door and he get that corner desk right there. You know he get ready to be the next. You know what I'm saying? You know it when and the other dude right here, this woman or whoever, y'all know they know more than them, but they get ready to get a job. Y'all know how it go. I'm you the player. Then at that point, this when Matt Rule came in, this motherfucker don't know nothing about no football. Teddy Bridgewater told y'all that. Him and Joe Brady not going over goal line, 2 minute offense and shit like that. Red
Now
zone
that's
on
crazy.
Thursday, on Thursday walkthroughs. So they had already had in their mind, this cat don't know nothing. That's why they had on the headphones and stuff in the locker room while this dude giving speeches. Frank done lost that locker room. We ain't winning nothing, y'all. He done lost that locker room. It's a wrap. I'm sorry to tell everybody that. I'm going through it too. I'm not saying this shit because I'm hating on the team. I love the team too. Man, look, that was one of the worst things right there, that breaking news right there Pop could have ever said. Now, if that ain't the biggest part of instability that you could ever have right there, what we do, we just yo-yoing. Frank called and play. Thomas called and play. This guy is this and this guy is that. We fired this coach. We moved this coach. We moved here. Such and such to this and such and such to that. Oh, bench Bryce or play Bryce or build everything around Bryce. You see what I'm saying? Where we going? Where we going, y'all?
Don't know. Don't know. It's really our off. It's really just our offense, to be honest. Like, but it's taken. We've been waiting for years for this offense to look at least competitive. They don't even. It's like they don't even try. It's like Frank Wright and then I agree, Goat. I mean, I think he did lost the locker room. I really did because Steve Wilkes, man, it's something about his coaching and the way he coached compared to Frank. Is just Frank. He played too nice, you know.
Hmm. They
And
said
then
that. They said a lot of that too, Jalen. They say we need somebody that's gonna come in there and get in some people faces. One,
yep,
I've been told, said too many buddies, too many friends on the coaching staff. Like they thought they were just gonna show up and everybody was gonna bow down. Or oh man, this coaching staff got all the years of experience and all this and all that. Now, oh, they gonna come in there and they gonna wipe the table with us. You know, that's what we were led to believe. No, the record already shows that's false.
yep,
Okay, so that's what they said. They said we need by one. We need some GM, the new GM, and the new head coach gonna need to come in there and be number one, y'all. Okay, if if y'all think it's gonna turn around, and by them saying that's why I told Pop to read the list again of who was there, and they said Scott Federer. I'm kind of leaning to believe that Scott ain't going nowhere. That Scott ain't going. That Scott is in the future plans. I'm kind of believing that Scott is in the future
I
plan.
don't. I don't believe that. I believe he the one that called this meeting for them to go out there. I think he trying to save his job. Hmm.
I don't know, but
he
if
he might
I
get
believe
fired after this game though. He might get fired. So
He need to be.
probably
He need to be fired.
after this
he
game, yeah, man, someone
needs
is
to be,
getting
but
fired.
I think it's gonna be Frank, sacrificial lamb. It's gonna be Frank and the whole damn coaching staff.
Dang, are you serious?
It's gonna be Frank. It's gonna be Frank and the whole coaching staff. I think Scott Fiddler gonna get yet one more round because he's the yes man. He's the ultimate yes man, Pop. He's the ultimate yes man.
Mhm. Tepper is
He is the guy.
blind as it can be. Then
He is the guy that's doing one damn near 100% of Tepper's bidding.
Yeah, and they cheat.
Tepper
Yeah,
told him
bro,
to go
someone
out
that gotta
there and
go.
get him to number one. He did it. He made the deal happen to go get him to number one. Now who Tepper wanted, that wasn't on Scott. But you understand, you see what I'm saying? He made it happen. He did the willing and dealing to go out there and get him to number one. How can you fire the guy who did exactly what you told him to do, Pop?
it's not that. It's all the other pieces. I can blame him for the. I can blame him for the first pick. Not all the other ones.
I don't know, brother. I don't know. This is man, golly. This man done come back and put himself back, or they done told him to put himself back on the top, back in the game, calling the plays. That's a
Yep.
mess, y'all. It's a damn mess. Well,
They
let
lost the
me do
locker room.
as I do on Wednesdays. Let me go through these power rankings. Y'all ready for Wednesday power rankings? Let's get it. And we'll see if you agree. All right, let's get ready, y'all. Of course, the 8-1 Philadelphia Eagles, number one. Number two, at 7-2, Kansas City Chiefs. Number three, at 7-3, the Baltimore Ravens. At 7-2, the Detroit Lions. 6-3, San Francisco 49ers at number five. At number six, the 6-3 Miami Dolphins. Woo! Coming in at number seven, the 6-3 Dallas Cowboys, who you have to face at 1 o'clock Central. No, not Central. Damn, they on Central Time.
Eastern.
Eastern
Eastern.
Standard, Eastern Standard Time. The Dallas Cowboys at 6-3, coming to Bank of America. They do work. Sitting at number seven. Number eight at 6-3, the Jacksonville Jaguars. Number nine, the Cleveland Browns. And Deshaun Watson is having surgery, so they sit at number nine at 6-3. Wow. Number 10, the Houston Texans.
Dang, they
The
moved
Houston
up.
Texans went for nothing. Damn right they moved up, Jalen. Damn right they moved up. They sit at number 10. CJ Stroud got them boys sitting in the top 10. Number 10, but it's the top 10. He right there on the bubble. Number 10 at 5-4. Power rank. They don't win. Hey, them motherfuckers don't win from worst to first. They don't win from worst to first. And if y'all want to debate me, oh, they ain't number one, this and that. But if you don't win from 30 to number 10, man, the 31st, 32nd, the number one pickup, man, stop being picky. Them motherfuckers don't win from worst to first. Number 11, Seattle Seahawks at 6-3. Number 12, Cincinnati Bengals at 5-4. Number 13, Pittsburgh Steelers at 6-3. Number 14 will be the Buffalo Bills at 5-5, 500. And like I said, they just got rid of Ken Dorsey. Y'all know what time it is over there. Uh, the 6-4 Minnesota Vikings at 16. Another division rival, the New Orleans Saints are sitting at 5-5 at 500. New Orleans 16. At
Mm-mm.
17, 5-5, Indianapolis Colts. Number 18, Los Angeles Chargers at 4-5. If y'all notice, man, here we is sitting here at week 10. A lot of this thing ain't run away from the top now to the bottom. For Kansas City, the Ravens, the top five, we shit 7 games, 6 games away. But these guys sitting off league right now, man. Ain't nobody just running away with nothing. That's just how bad the league is. We still in the hunt for our division, if you're looking at it mathematically. But if you're looking at it realistically, our division and the league is just that soft. And our division is so bad. But people will tell you we could be that good. No, the league and the division is just that bad. They don't like to hear me say it. Tampa Bay sitting at 4-5. You see what I'm saying? Tampa Bay, what? Number three, number two in our division, number three, and we're only 3 games away from there. If we got hot, if somehow we won 4 games, we wouldn't be sitting in the fucking cellar at 5 and whatever. And I told y'all before the damn year started, I said we were only one game away. The teams at the top. And the team that won the division won about one game. Come on, man. And all us did damn near the same thing. And some of us swapped players. So you see what I'm saying? So Tampa Bay sitting at 19, y'all, at 4-5. Denver Broncos, 4-5. Denver Broncos, y'all didn't think they were gonna do shit. They were sitting there at the top of the damn with us at the beginning of the year. Russell was done. Sean Payton come in, turn it around. Look at what Sean Payton did. If y'all don't know, for everybody sitting in the back, Russell Wilson had his own team of people to come in there and Russell needs this and Russell needs that. Sean Payton came in that motherfucker saying, hold on, homeboy. Get these motherfuckers out here, out of my practice field, out of my facility. They got to go. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got no prima donnas. Not a yes man. Sean Payton had more cachet than God knows. Why can't I? He's the coordinator now over there with the Jets. He was the head. They didn't respect that dude. You see what I'm saying about respecting the head coach, losing the locker room. Russell didn't respect Nathaniel Hackett. Russell didn't respect Hackett. Russell had his own people. He practiced and he was on the plane by himself. All that bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? So the locker room was looking at him like, if you don't have a united locker room, you ain't got shit, yo. Ain't no continuity between the defense, the offense, special teams, three phases of the game. I can't believe in my field general, my quarterback. He over there doing his own thing. Shine come in, get these motherfuckers out of here. Say Russell had an office. The quarterback had an office in the building. Sean shut that shit down too. Sean shut that out. Get this shit out of here. Get this shit out of here. Put some Gatorade jugs and something else back in this. Make this motherfucker a supply closet again. Get this shit out of here. You see what I'm saying? And now look at them. They winning. They on the winning track. Number 21, 5-5 Las Vegas Raiders. Same thing. They got that cancer out of there. Josh McDaniel. I told y'all everything he touches, and this the type of stuff. When I do the power rankings on the tailgate experience, I'll be going more in depth about what's going on these 32 teams. But same thing with Josh McDaniels. They got Josh up out of there. If you listen to the commentary before the game, said the guys say they feel like a weight was lifted off of them. That this guy right here, he's been an Oakland Raider before. He's been in an organization. That's how they felt about Steve Wilkes. He's a Charlotte native. He know what keep pounding really means. They said that. This ain't me saying it. They said it. That's what happens. Anyway, 22 at 4-5, the New York Jets. Hell, Aaron Rodgers talking about coming back now from a ruptured Achilles. This nigga say he might be back around December. I don't know. We're gonna see. That's a whole different team with him. As long as they keep him in the fight at 5-5, yeah, 4-5. If they can stay right there at 500, ain't nobody else close but the Bills. Bills sit there at 500. They one click away, so he's still in the fight. At 23, at 4-6, Washington Commanders. Now see the records starting to get a little worse. At 24, we start to get to the bottom of the barrel. We start to get toward the bottom. At 24, you got the Atlanta Falcons at 4-6. 25, you got the 3-6 Tennessee Titans. And the only reason they was there like that, like I said, they got rookie quarterback. They just starting Will Levis. You know what I'm saying? He got to get his feet up on him. But hey, the kid looked good. You can see the promise. You can see the direction they're going. They got a plan. At 26, Green Bay. They shaking up their tree a little bit. At 3-6, Green Bay Packers. Los Angeles Rams. but yeah, they getting out of there because they done invested too much in Justin Herbert. He just got his new contract and everything. Like, yeah, they got to go. They ain't no need for them to be 27 down here, 27 at 3-6. Chicago Bears 3-7. Y'all know what time it is with them. They getting ready to make some changes. They got plenty of artillery, dragon eggs, of everything in they stash to go out there and make some major league moves this year in the draft and in free agency and everything. This is going to be a different Bears team next year. When I'm talking about them, they going to be in that top 10, top 15, not 28. They ain't going to see 28 no more. They ain't going to see 28 no more. 3-7, 28. 29, Arizona Cardinals. I sat there and told y'all, man, I'm not studying about a little guy, but you see the difference. He's faster, he's stronger, got a better arm. He took that team, was 32 last week when I read these things out. And guess what? He goes out there and win a game, and already just because of Kyler Murray moves the needle. Kyler Murray moves the needle. He's little, but he's a little bad motherfucker. And I told y'all that. The dude we got ain't a little bad motherfucker. Kyler Murray moved the needle. 29 at 2-8, the Arizona Cardinals. Number 30 at 2-8, the New England Patriots. 31, New York Giants at 2-8. 32 of 32, the Carolina Panthers at 1-8. So, with that being said, if you want to continue to be 32 or 32, and I keep saying 32 or 32, that means you land. Dead ass land. A dead ass. Last. So you keep letting the yes man stay up there in the office. Yes, sir, Mr. Such, yes, sir, Mr. Temple, Mr. Temple, and you're gonna be 32 or 32. You keep hollering, change the coaches, and they still these coaches who just want a coaching job, who want to finally get their shot at being a coach. You let them come on in the door. Yes, sir, Mr. Temple, Mr. Temple. Monday meeting good for me, Mr. Temple. Tuesday meeting good for me, Mr. Temple. I stopped play calling Mr. Temple, and I fired Thomas Brown, Mr. Temple. You keep letting that go on, and you're gonna continue to be 32 or 32. Keep forcing shit. 32 or 32. Yeah, yeah. So, Pop, what you think about the list, bro? Brother?
Sounds accurate to me. I ain't complaining. Yeah, I don't. I mean, the ones that doing their job. This is where you're gonna find out the real from the fakes, the contenders from the pretenders. So yeah, I'm cool with it.
Damn. Jalen, what you see around there?
Man, them rankings was on point pretty much.
I
Man,
tell you, y'all boys, man. Them rankings was on point. Jalen is right. Them rankings was on point. Because I don't see nothing. You got some games, some of like if you had this had a 3 or 7 and this might have had a 2 and this, that's because they're on a bye week. But then if you go by what the analytics and everything, what they go by, the strength of who they got at quarterback and yada yada yada, and then they put them where they supposed to be. But if they was off by 1 or 2 ticks or something like that, they wasn't far off, and they ain't far off from having us dead last. And if y'all sitting there thinking we ain't dead last, you need to think again. We got the meet and greet address and everything in the chat. Y'all see it up under there? We just put the meet and greet address in the chat for the Lake Wiley meet and greet on the 18th and 19th. So if y'all couldn't get it off the email for the Eventbrite and stuff like that, there it is in the chat. If you're planning to attend on Saturday and Sunday, that's the address where we will be, where it will be going down. Come on. All you got to do is bring your ass. Uh, like we say, link is in the chat, man. If y'all want to come through, talk about the power rankings, talk about some of everything I done talked about today, man. Talk about Thomas Brown getting demoted.
Yep.
Talk about, I don't know why we didn't march on Mint Street. Talk about um how and why. How we gonna get this message out here to these guys? Why these guys won't do the right thing? Won't it's not hard. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. If they see if they didn't get antsy this year right here, and it's proven, y'all. If they didn't get antsy this year right here and jump up to one because we wasn't ready to jump up to one, how much better this team could have been with all those draft picks that we could have assembled. Maybe because we still had the wrong guy picking, like Pop said, with Scott Fitterer picking the talent in here. So who knows who he could have picked with those extra picks? I don't know. He might have could have went and got us, like I said, another long snap or some shit. That's possible. He could have went and got us a damn another gunner, around here. I don't know. But man, solutions. Get it off your chest. What's we'll know what's wrong with this team. We're not winning. That's evidently so. We got to figure out how do we get a message to these people. They're telling us to stop making the same mistakes over and over. To tell our owner, man, go find you somebody that knows what they're doing. Go get you somebody that knows what they're doing to come lead this team to the success that we used to have. No, we ain't no team that's been out there 100 and some odd years since the league started, and we've been had success since day one. But the Panthers, man, it's been a while since we've been this damn bad. Don't play us like that. I mean, fellas, what do y'all got? What do y'all think?
I mean, at this point, I mean, I think we've said so many suggestions. We hoping on a prayer. We really, I mean, I don't want nobody losing their job personally, like, but I mean, if you can't do it, we need to bring somebody else who can do it. Um, 'Cause that's really all we left with. If Tepper sits here being blind and not see that what he done was not a good decision, plus what his GM did in the draft, none of it paid off, then he has to turn it around. He has to.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Hey, but the link is in the chat, man. If y'all want to call and get it off your chest, feel free. Pull up, talk to us about it. Was there anything that we missed? Was it something that's been tweeted that I didn't talk about? Uh, Cause hey, y'all not gonna hear back from us for a couple of days. You know what I mean? Unless something really spontaneous happens, then we'll see y'all. But other than that, I mean, the link in the chat. Y'all want to pull up? I don't know where Brother Wiley is at. It's kind of weird to not hear from him. I know he's supposed to be in the states this week.
Oh
Um,
yeah, that's right. That's right.
he
What was
should be
he? He
in.
said he got some. Yeah, yeah, he got some meetings. He should be in Atlanta. Wiley
Yeah, he
should
should
be
be in
in
Georgia.
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if he got.
Yeah.
I don't know if he got caught up in Magic City, but if y'all see Wiley, tell him to pick up the damn phone. Uh, yeah, man, 'cause it's been a while since he's been back home, so I know he's really enjoying being back in the states.
Yeah,
Uh, But like I said, yo,
Y'all
the link is in
brother
the
fire.
chat. Pull up. Twan, if you there, pull up. J Issue, if you there, pull up. Like y'all, let's let's get this last hoorah before the
Yep.
massacre come. Let's get the last hoorah out, man. I'm gonna shout out to everybody in the chat: AJ Brooks, Jamari Mayfield, Trail, Texas Swarm, Curtis Lynch, JP, Carolina Logic, C, Agent 704, Patty Grimes. Who else? I hope I ain't missed nobody. Yeah, just shout out to everybody that's been in the chat, man. Like being so supportive. Hopefully y'all come out to the meet and greet. Uh, man, we doing it for y'all, man. So yeah, man. I'm out of suggestions for right now. I'm so burnt out of all this pity that it's hard to even thinking of suggestions without getting catching a headache because they so unpredictable. I need to think of what's the dumbest thing they could do. That's what I should be thinking of.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
What's the
And they
dumb
probably
thing to do?
the dumbest thing they could do, they probably do it. And Jamie Harris said it's been since 2010 was the last time we were this bad. And man, hey, we from our short time as being a franchise, man, we got a good history. If y'all really just want to talk of the Panthers, we got a great history, man. We could have been. It took the Jaguars a while to catch on, and
Yep.
it took Houston a while to catch on. They came into as an expansion team the same time we did, and it took we hit the ground kind of running, and we
Hmm.
could have sustained that success. But our founder Jerry Richardson lost the team, and after that, man, Scott David Tepper. I liked him when he first came in. He had a lot of new ideas, and we thought he was going to be this guy that came from Pittsburgh, and we were going to take on a Pittsburgh persona with the Pittsburgh Panthers. That's what some people was calling it, Pittsburgh Panthers.
Hmm.
And shit, man, this dude. I mean, that's where the biggest blame. I give Bryce some of the percentage. That's been the wrong guy. I give Scott, Frank, but they yes men. And I told y'all, I did a whole thing called Yes Man, a whole show. Because people said, no, go, no, they ain't. Nah, man, I don't think. Okay. I told them, okay. Well, look at it, watch it. Look at how it's
Hmm.
going down.
Hmm.
And damn, next thing you know, you got other motherfuckers saying, he's a yes man, he's a yes man. Oh, I wonder where they got that from. But I ain't saying nothing. Long as they put it out there. That's why I put it out there to put it out there. I don't care. Everybody can take my every idea I got. Long as the message and the word is getting through. If you don't hear it from me, if you don't want to come over here and hear me talk, you don't like my voice or what the fuck help, you know what I'm saying?
You can get the blank on.
Then long, yeah. But Jalen, long as somebody else can take it and if they get 100 more people to look at it, you know what I'm saying? Long as it gets out there, that's all I care about. Long as it gets out there, long as it's being spread. That's why we talked about the billboard. That's why they really need to march. Whoever's trying to organize that, if they ever gonna organize that. If
They
you
need to
don't, brother,
march
come on,
to.
you got to get some awareness out of here, man. That like, man, this they know it. I mean, the awareness is out of here. Hell, you can see it in the record. You can see it in the
Hmm.
record. I mean, we when we did mock drafts, pop, we told these people, hey, get this guy, get that guy, get this. I mean, we don't have a scouting department behind us. We don't have just 32 random people going to different places. We use Google, our computers, stuff like that. We use the eye test. We use some of the numbers that come from the NFL and from the NCAA and all types of stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And just our experience of watching football and playing football and stuff like that to be like, hey, this guy over here at this school right here to play tight end, hey, that boy good. That boy can fit into what we trying to do with such and such. If we run it back, we said all that, man. We said all that
And,
back here February, March, April before the draft. We did all that.
and we said Darnell Washington would fit us perfectly too.
Darnell Washington. That's one right there, Jalen. You're
I
exactly
ain't,
He
right.
would
has
have
he
fit
has
us
he even
perfectly.
played?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
over there with
Hmm.
Pittsburgh. Yeah, he
I ain't
They
even
played.
only
paying.
been using him for blocking though. That's not really.
But
They
I
only.
seen him the other day. He caught some passes and shit like that. He's a red zone threat. I mean, he ain't had an outstanding year, but like one pop, they got Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
and he ain't it. I told motherfucker he ain't it. They tried to put him as the number one pick overall. They tried. You see, that's another guy who they tried and tried to push. He ain't it.
Mm-hmm.
James, what you say? Hell, we just see playmakers and understand. Yeah, yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
man.
The fact that we could draft better than Scott is insane. Like, bro, that dude can't draft, man.
You see it every day, Jalen. You see it every day. When Scott came in here, we was like, oh man,
You
what
know what?
was the thing?
We should have figured that he didn't know how to drive because he has a baseball background, not football background.
Damn.
And
He
why
come
Y'all
would
hear
he
from
that?
pick up
Do
he
y'all
him?
hear
come
that?
from he come from baseball. He don't come from football. He played
Okay,
baseball all his life,
okay,
and then when he didn't make it all the way there,
okay,
he somehow slipped into football. He don't know shit about football. He is a baseball guy.
Are you serious? So we
okay.
picked up a
That's that that's
Yeah.
baseball
that's the truth.
guy. Are you
Yeah,
serious?
yeah.
We need a new GM, y'all. We need one, man, that knows football, but I don't know what GM to get though. I don't know.
They out there. There's plenty of them. It's
They out
somebody
there, Jalen.
somebody out there. Somebody out there deserves a shot. We did it. We did assistant GM. We already did that on a Monday. Talking about assistant GMs that could come in and be a good GM. They out there, you know. So it's really up to Big Tep himself to realize the flaws in himself and the flaws in his
Yep.
team.
And he
There
needs
you
to
go.
sit
There you go.
down
There you go,
and
Pop.
he needs
100,
to sit
Pop.
down and go to strip clubs and junk. That's what he needs to do. Just sit
Uh,
down.
I don't care what he do. He just needs to stay out the way.
100.
You know what
See the
I'm saying?
flaws in himself, bro. This dude, and it ain't gonna get no better, y'all. It ain't gonna get no better because this guy got a hedge fund called Appaloosa um uh funds or something like that. Appaloosa funds management fund management or some shit. That's his hedge fund. He took his day-to-day operation power and gave it to somebody else. Now he still knows what's going on. He still got his finger on the trigger. But see, he's been doing that. See that's his base. So that's on autopilot. You understand? That's on autopilot. He
Jamie
said,
Harris,
ah, fuck
I wanted
that.
the same too.
Yeah, he said, fuck that. I'm stepping away from that for a little bit to go
The
and be
focus on.
full time
Hmm.
over here. And
Yep.
that right there was when we was in trouble. That right there was when we was fucked.
Yeah, Jamie Harris. We made a lot of mock drafts, and out of I say 95% of my mock drafts, I always took Tank Dell. I always took Tank Dell. If you ever just want to
Mm-hmm.
go back and look at some of our mock drafts we did online over the summer, I always took
He a
Tank Dell.
playmaker.
I knew he was a sleeper. I knew that he was gonna be a type of guy that you need on his team. Sam Laporta. If he was there, I grabbed him too. But sometimes he wasn't there. But I mean, definitely like those were two guys that could have came in and start right away. Speaking of that, how the hell Hayden Hurst got a concussion? Bro, you barely
I
in the
don't
game.
know.
He got
Don't
a
know.
concussion.
I don't
In terms of
but I don't know. I don't know when he got it. I don't know where he got it. I guess in Thursday night's game. I don't know. So he won't be playing. I think Brian Burns come out of protocol this week, right?
yeah, I think so.
I hope not. I hope not.
And is JC cleared?
Don't know.
I got to look at the injury report. I ain't looked at the injury
He's day
report,
to day.
y'all.
He's day to day. He don't need
Okay,
to
I
play. He
haven't
don't need to
looked.
play either before he tears something up.
Yeah, I'm sorry I don't got the 100% facts with y'all right now. I hadn't looked
He's
at the
day to
injury
day
report,
though
y'all.
with J.C. Horn. He's
Okay,
not. Yeah,
okay,
they
okay.
don't have anything on him.
But
That's how they reported.
and y'all, like I said the other day, our whole defensive backfield ain't nothing but free agents. Ain't nothing but free agents. Ain't a draft pick back there. Cause Jamie Robinson ain't back there, and they come to say like, "Oh, he was too small for what we trying to do," and this and that. You knew that when you picked him up.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like you knew that when you picked them up. Are y'all serious? Are
You
you
knew that when you picked
serious?
him up. Shit like that, Jalen. You see what I'm saying?
Are y'all serious?
How you go into the draft and then now you say, "Well, this dude don't fit my." You pick. It's like going into the damn grocery store when you hungry, and all of y'all know how that is. And then you buy all this stuff and you say, "Damn, I ain't man. Why I got that? Why did I get that? I
Oh
got
my
some.
gosh, bro. What are we
It is.
doing, bro?
I got some
What are
green
we
peppers and I don't
doing?
even cook. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what I'm gonna use, but you know what I'm saying? You just picking up shit. Like
Y'all,
it's
what are we
crazy, man.
okay,
It's
what are we
really
looking
stupid.
at when we draft? What are we looking at when we draft? Are we looking at just based off numbers? Or are we basing it off they played in the SEC? Or what are we basing our drafts on? I'm just curious about that because I really do think they're not looking and they don't watch college games and they just pick based on stats. And that's probably why we didn't go with Anthony Richardson because his stats didn't say he's a cold QB. It stats didn't say that he's like okay, but it's like I think we're going based off computer and we're not going based off eyesight. So
Okay. To tell you the real 100%, and I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. Now I can give you my thoughts on it
yeah, just your
and
thoughts
the
and
way
see
it's
what do
supposed to
you
be.
think it is? Yeah.
Now the way it's supposed to be, Jalen. Now you got. I don't know the exact number. The Panthers are supposed to have a scouting person looking at every team in the NFL. So that's 32 right there, evaluating other people's roster, especially their practice team. Because
Yeah.
anything that we see on their practice team, anything that we see coming from them during preseason that we like that might would fit our scheme, so they supposed to work hand in hand with the head coaches, with the GM to know what our scheme is. You see what I'm saying? So if our scheme is this, not just saying this on defense, saying, "Oh man, we want to run big nickel, small nickel." I'm just saying this
Mm,
with Chin and say Jamie Robinson. You see what I'm saying? See, because they
mm,
were supposed to be the plan was, and I was like, okay, that might work. You had Jamie supposed to be on there at certain times when Jeremy Chin was supposed to be on there at certain times, for the run and for the pass, and if we get locked in, Jeremy can when we want to be a race car package is small or bigger. Okay, so that's scheme. You see what I'm saying? That's what we
Mm.
trying to do as a defensive scheme or a defensive look or whatever, what have you, right? So now these other people, the college scouts, because pro scouts, you got college scouts, you got different people that go out, and then you got people that's all over somewhere trying to find that diamond in the rough. You see what I'm saying? So you got plenty of out there on the scouting part, and then you got people that's affiliated with different places and stuff that these guys can call and be like, "Hey man, who is this guy? You remember when Pop asked me who did I see that is a sleeper or whatever? They got people that they can call in different places and say, "Hey, do I need to come out there and look at this guy, this sleeper, this type of guy, this guy that might have played some college football and he's been in the Canadian League for a little while, or he's been somewhere else playing some kind of semi-pro. You see what I'm saying? Somewhere, or he got hurt and his stock dropped in the draft, and he was an undrafted free agent, and nobody picked him up, and now he's been going to different camps and stuff, and they're trying to get on. And he's a linebacker, or he's a corner, or he's a safety, or something like that. You got all types of scouts that's out there looking for this different talent, and they supposed to know our scheme of what we're trying to do defensively and offensively, and they supposed to scout towards that. That's their job, Jalen. That's what they're supposed to do. Somewhere, something is getting misconstrued in the scheme or the evaluation of what we're trying to do.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Because we're not getting the talent on the team that's relating to what we see on the field to what these people are supposed to be scouting toward.
Yep.
So it, it's a breakup somewhere. Somewhere you're getting a blip. You know what I'm saying? And you look at the poor talent that we have. Now, this just didn't start yesterday, now, Jalen. This just didn't start with Frank Wright,
Mm-mm. This
or
has been going on.
it's been going on. That's why you see when I was talking all summer about the depth, the depth, the depth, the depth, the depth, the depth on this team,
It's
and we was
bad. It's
talking
like a
about
huge gap.
Brandon Smith and a lot of these other guys that didn't even make this team this year, and we were saying these guys didn't even have the talent. You see what I'm saying? Because these are guys that were picked in the fourth and fifth and sixth and seventh round that weren't no good no way.
Yep.
They're supposed to be pieces that we were supposed to develop, and then come to find out the coaching staff wasn't even developing them or giving them run to be developed, and they already had inefficiencies or deficiencies at the position. See, when you drop down too, Jalen, when you drop down in them lower rounds like that, and you sitting there, you a 6 round draft pick. There may be something the way you move your hands, what they call violent hands, and you supposed to get your hand around, get your hand up in the breastplate, your swim movement. Something's wrong with your technique or your feet, or your get off is kind of slow or whatever. That's something we could work with. That's something that could be coached by a positional coach, by a head coach, by whatever. Some drills that you can do to get a little better. That's the developmental player that we looking. That's
Yep.
the scouting. That's the guy that should be ready in his year. Amari Bono, what they were saying, oh, let's put some weight on Amari Bono. He's fast. He can get in the backfield. He can do this. He can do that. But he's still missing something that's not. Y'all seen him out there on the field. He's been getting some burn around here since Brian Burns been hurt. But he ain't got that it factor. He fast, but he can't get back there the back. He ain't got no swim move. He ain't got no rip move. He ain't got no spin move. I just seen him try to bull rush somebody and just sit there and hold the guy up, rub titties with him, and wait for the play to come to him. Like he'll set the edge, and that's all he do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. But yo, that's all I really got to say today, Taylor. I got it off my chest. And Anthony Brown,
Man.
what's going on there, brother? I see you coming up. I got off my chest today, Jalen. Me, you, and Pop, this has been a good one. We talked about a lot of
Yep.
things, man. It's very informative.
Yeah, yeah,
There's even
yeah.
some stuff I didn't even know, you know? So
Hmm.
we went through the power rankings, said a couple things that need to be said. So, like I said, people can take it the way they want to take it. Love it or leave it. It is what it is. So go ahead and give me a last word there, Jalen.
Um, my last word would be, man, just we're gonna have to just build this offense from the ground up. Get a GM, you know, get a new GM that's gonna, actually draft the right people. Because drafting is really not all luck. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could draft well. It's possible, and you could hit on every draft. Like if you a very good GM, you can hit on every draft every year. And I hope we find someone at least close to that. It would be cool because now I'll have more faith in them picking players. We don't have to
Hmm.
be in the first round to get no good players. We could get a good player in the seventh round, and we don't even
Yeah.
know that he is good. We don't even know who he is, but apparently he's good though.
And
So
see and that's what's supposed to go down, though, Jalen. That's how it's supposed to roll. If the scouting department is doing their job correctly,
no,
they supposed to find us those diamonds in the rough. They supposed to
yeah.
find those type of guys that like is a run stopping linebacker. Cause we haven't stopped the run in 4 years. They're supposed to find us this big cog type tackle to go opposite side of Brian Burns and I'm Derek Brown. They supposed to pay
Mm-hmm.
Brian Burns and find us this guy on a rookie deal that can come in and be our next guy over there on the other side. But like Pop said, we got a baseball guy who put together a football scouting team, and then you already got Dan Morgan come out and say at that time, "Hey, yeah, if you sign hurt players and then they get hurt, what you expect?" You see what I'm saying? Dan Morgan and Scott Fitterer may have never been on the same page because Scott Fitterer got a baseball background and Dan Morgan is a hard nosed football person. And now he said, "This motherfucker is my boss," and I forgot more about football than this motherfucker ever know. I played. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You you already had a something from the start, some type of riff or beef from the start with these guys. It's some oh man.
I know. I know. It's frustrating. I know. And I've been watching some college. Man, like I've been watching college and trying to see who. who out there and things like that, and especially in the O line, man. To get an O line, look, here's what I would do. If I was Scott Fish, here's what I would do. I would basically look at the Pac-12 and the SEC for O line. I'm not even lying. Just saying. Don't look nowhere else.
I mean, you can't really break it down in the conferences you're looking at now. You talent from one place, almost like Philadelphia going to Georgia, which hey, they can't go wrong going to Georgia, one of the best college teams in all of uh college football. But I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that's almost like when Matt Rule was picking Temple and Baylor players in this. Now, Temple and Baylor is nowhere in the category that Georgia program is. So you see
No.
what we got when we had a bunch of Temple and Baylor players around here.
Yeah.
So that comes from
Baylor not even
scouting.
all that neither. Baylor not even all that neither.
No, they ain't even on the map. I mean, they one time they did have, and they was a Texas program. I mean, and Texas players and things like that. And I mean, you can get all into that, but you just don't want to get your talent from one
I
well.
I know. Yeah, so that's why I said both the SEC and the Pac-12, but because they're but the SEC has a better defense than the Pac-12. So if you're trying to focus on all offense, for example, then probably is going to be the Pac-12. And if you're looking for corners, it's probably going to be the Pac-12 too, because they're pass heavy.
Okay.
See,
See,
I know,
Jalen,
man.
you chime in something nice on that NCAA channel. You understand what we look at a lot of ACC Pac-12 games because everybody looking at Colorado now. With Dion in there, and then as SEC, excuse me, they play a lot of our over in our region. So we start knowing you're coming to Alabamas, the Floridas, and this and that. So we see them all the time. So we see a lot of their
Yeah.
players. Hugh, I see you in the building there, brother. You on mute.
What it do? What it do? What's happening?
What's going on, man? I see you chimed in right there before we ease up out of here, man. You been listening to the show. I know. What you got to say?
Man, sir, it's good to start keeping your eyes out. Um, did you guys, I don't know if you covered this or not, did you guys see the report that came out that Frank Wright is now relinquishing the play calling from Thomas Brown now? Have y'all seen that?
I lost my
Yes.
breaking news. Breaking news. I lost my shit, Q. That was breaking news, Q. That was we in the first hour, first 45 minutes. I mean, I lost my. What do you think? I get another perspective because people don't hear me go on rant on about it for 20 minutes. What do you think?
What Frank did is, think about it. He had a 6 game sample size, but he only give this guy two games, right? Two to
Mm.
call. And in those 2 games were the most porous out offensive showings that we have seen. And now he's like, nah, you so bad, I gotta take this bitch back from you. But you gotta understand, it's the same playbook that they drawed up from the get-go together. So
Yeah.
whether it's him calling it or Thomas Brown calling it, the result is going to end up being the same. And
Yep.
it's going to be
So it
losing.
is.
But, but Q, check this now.
What's up?
What did Frank told y'all that Thomas wasn't ready? Correct? Did he
That's what he
not?
said. That's what he said.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that right there tells you, Q, that doubles down. This is another perspective, y'all. This is another perspective that I'm putting out there. Frank told y'all that Thomas was not ready. So if I'm the boss and I'm telling you somebody's not ready, why would I give him the play caller? That means it didn't come from me.
Came from Temple.
Try him out. Because I told
Yeah.
y'all he wasn't ready.
So maybe Frank Wright has been telling them boys a lot of things that they've been tuning a deaf ear to anything he's been saying. Because one, I don't understand why you bring in a guy with his type of experience if you're going to ignore everything he says. If he said, boom, I wanted a bigger quarterback, but you went smaller. If he said, boom, I want this offense to look a certain way, but you say, no, draw it up like Sean McVay. If you say, boom,
Mm-hmm.
I want to call the plays. You're doing the exact opposite of everything with a person with knowledge. You're not working to his strengths and weaknesses, his strengths.
Come
You're
on.
burying your own coach. So therefore, every time I look at Frank Wright, my heart opens a little bit bigger for him each time because it's like, sir, you said yes to this in a certain
He
way. I
did it
feel
himself.
sorry for you, but you did it
Mm-hmm.
to your daggone self, Bubba. You did
You
this to
damn straight.
yourself.
When you come in the door, think about it like this. If Frank would have stood up for his damn self from the jump, what
Hmm
could Tepper have done? What could Tepper have done, Q? If he'd have said, "Oh
I
no, I don't want no Bryce Young. No, bro. Okay, well look here. Um, if that's
you
what you
coach
want
him.
to do,
You
just go
coach
ahead.
him.
You go. I go ahead and go. At that
Hmm
point, you see what I'm saying? In April, he couldn't fire Frank and say, "I'm going with somebody else." He'd have had to do if you stand the fuck up for yourself.
hmm
Oh shit, he could do.
Wasn't nothing
Now
he
he
could
might
do.
have got rid of your ass at the end of the year or in the middle of the season, but he couldn't
What
do it in April after
if
he done went to the podium
look
and
if
announced.
you stand up to him, you better be damn sure 100% that you better make sure you're right if you're gonna do it.
Well,
You got to put your
what
football knowledge and your football acumen out front, and he didn't do that.
Andy Reid said? He the one wanted Mahomes, right? And he told him not
Yeah,
to fire me if it don't work out. A lot of these
and
motherfuckers
look how
think
that
this.
looked.
Thank you.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
I told you, man. Remember me and you were talking on the phone, and I said these
Hmm
guys got too much motherfucking experience to be this bad. You remember when I said that, Q? I said these guys got too much experience to be this bad. It's coming from somebody else against their better judgment, and they're not men enough to stand up and be like, "No, man, that ain't gonna work, bro.
But
No, let's go."
what I told you, think about it. Every guy that's on this roster was basically a head coaching candidate at some point in time for the same job of Frank. So at
Exactly.
some point in time, do you expect a guy that feels slighted that did not get the job to come out here and fully, give you full cooperation in order to help you be lifted up as the guy? Like, is Jim Caldwell going to tell you as a senior advisor what's really best for Frank Wright? Or is he going to say, man, these bitches ain't hiring me. I need a job in the NFL, man. Fuck what they talking about. Okay, cool. Whatever Frank say is right. Well, what do you think we should do offensively? Should we do a West Coast style of offense? Sure. Hey, whatever floats your boat. Sure. He gonna tell him yeah to everything because he's sitting here looking and saying, why should I help you? What do I stand to gain from helping your ass? And I wanted your job.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yes,
how it
sir.
is around here, man. Yes, sir. So
Well, I tell you. Go ahead. Go
it's
ahead.
it's 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 tough right now because as a fan, you starting to see everything manifest itself. When we told y'all that it ain't gonna look a damn bit better with Thomas Brown, now you get to fully see it's not any better. At the end of the day, talent suffices everything. If you have good talent, it'll show on the field. No matter what plays are being called, electricity. Think about it. Think about it. You knew it the first time when Steve Smith took a kickback for a touchdown that he was electric, right?
Yes, sir.
You didn't have to wonder. You didn't have to ask about no separation. You knew Jake Delhomme wasn't a first round pick, but he worked his way in here. And as you saw, when opportunity saw itself, he came out here and he showed his talent. Talent is something that you can't coach. You either got it or you don't got it.
and you can't miss it neither. You can't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna overlook the talent. You're gonna see it. It's gonna come out. It's gonna exude. It's gonna exude all over that field. You can't miss it, bro.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And that's the problem with Carolina right now, man. We got a lot of guys that lacks talent. And then when they're not talent, or
Mm-hmm.
what they don't have a talent, they always get injured. I mean, so any coach you have here is going to be on a hot seat until they fix those problems. One, you need to look for players with better health backgrounds, because bringing in a DJ Chark was a bad idea. You bringing in an injured cat. Terrence Marshall is another cat on this roster, but he's injured. I done told you.
Stay
We
too
did the
long.
show yesterday.
Stay too long.
Yes,
Stay too
sir.
long.
They stay too long after you have seen that they can't get the job done. JC Horn is my dog. He is my
Man, I
third
love
favorite
J.C.
player,
Horn.
but he is now a liability.
It's
That's where we
sad.
at, bro. That's where
Stay
we
too
at.
long, and we don't have, and then we ain't got an answer behind him. And now we're in a position where either you got to pay him, or you got to try to draft somebody, draft his replacement. And now you don't have
Yep.
the capital to draft his replacement.
Nope.
Well, you definitely not gonna pay him. Based off of what you've seen for him the first 3 years. You're looking at what he has done. When he was on the field the first year, he only played 3 games. But in those 3 games, he showcased a lockdown ability. He comes back the next year, breaks his hand, and you're like, okay, just as you start to see it manifest on the field, he goes down again. The next year, this year, he comes out, it's the foot. And I'm like, bro, you need to pray a
Injury
little bit
prone.
more. You need to sit down and soak your bones or something, brother. I don't know. Drink more milk.
I
I,
think it's
bro,
inflammation. I think sometimes he has that and it don't heal right. So I think it's really just inflammation on some of his injuries.
Jalen, that boy, they ain't right. I don't know what's wrong with him, but something ain't right about him.
I don't know. And then he didn't get injured like that at South Carolina, bro. He was solid
Yeah,
against him.
It was probably his cleats. It could be.
it's the cleats.
Oh, probably. Maybe.
Yeah, the cleats ain't been on the field long enough, Jalen. Come on, Jalen. The cleats ain't hit the
Ah
damn
man,
field enough. You
dang.
better drink some green
I
tea.
mean, Jalen, are you referring to the turf? Are you referring to the turf? What they call that artificial shit that we got down there?
Yeah, or
But
it could
but
be,
he got
man.
hurt. But the last time he got hurt in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So well, that's artificial turf too, cause that's in the dome. So I
In
don't
the
know,
dome.
man. I don't know, bro. I don't
We
know. I
just
don't
got
know.
JC. Not JC. Dante Jackson. We just got him back for a couple of games because he another one. Soon as you look, the black cat walks in front of them. I don't understand what's the problem.
No.
And bro, we've been playing. Now, one thing we've been plagued with injury this year, especially on the defense. And
Hmm.
I gave that to Nick, you know, and the offense because, like I said, we were playing. I got mad at Steve Wills because I said we were playing for nothing, and he had a lot of those starters in, and a lot of time these guys will say, okay, well let's for the last 2 3 games, we're not playing for shit, especially after the Tampa Bay game. Let's see what we got in this guy. See what we got in the Brandon Smiths and the Terrence Marshalls and the yada 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 and the Barry Bonos and them guys. So that, but go back to management. Hold that thought for a second, Q. But go back to management, and management got everybody in limbo with the coaching staff because this guy is just an interim. So guess what he was doing? He was fighting. He was still fighting for a job.
So he
He was
can't
still
afford to
keeping the
waste time.
starters out there. Exactly. He couldn't afford to say, let me give Amari Bono some burn. Let me give this guy some burn. Let me give that guy some burn, and see what I got next year. Because he didn't know if where he would be at next year. He's in San
Mm-hmm.
Francisco, so therefore, Austin Corbett gets hurt. Brady Christensen gets hurt.
Can I ask you a question, Go? Before you finish,
Yes, yes, sir.
can, I want to talk in hypotheticals right now. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking, we would have made Steve Wilkes our head coach. We
Now,
go
did you hear?
out.
Let me stop you for a second. Did you hear what I said about that? What Julian Council said?
No. I missed it.
Okay, Julian Council last show. Julian Council talked to an insider. He said he was talking to. He said a buddy. Don't let me misquote Julian. He said a buddy of his. He did name the guy who is supposedly somebody that's close to Steve Wilkes, assistant or somebody that what I'm saying is on Steve Wilkes' staff or whatever, and said, "Would Steve Wilkes?" He asked him, "Would Steve Wilkes take the job if it was offered to him?" Because it has been rumored, has come out of there that they made a mistake and they should have kept Wilkes. That's a
Mm-hmm.
rumor that came out of the Panthers organization. Before you say what you get ready to say,
Mm-hmm.
and that the guy said off the rip, said, "Hell no, that Steve don't want the job." You know what I'm saying? Because he felt
Yeah, because he doesn't see.
one, and and that dealing with David Temple was a pain in the ass. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
like I said, Steve Wilkes was a yes man, and it made me look at Steve Wilkes a little different. Said Steve Wilkes had a little pushback. You know what I'm saying about him, and that's where you get the record that Steve Wilkes took the team to the record, and the reason why the team rallied behind Steve Wilkes. You see what I'm saying? They seen that he wasn't about the bullshit. So go ahead. But you can go back to
So
Julian and get that whole thing what he said.
let's just speak in hypotheticals. Say that we're looking around. We start this year off. We hired Steve Wilkes as the full-time head coach, and
Okay.
in Steve Wilkes, he's allowed this defense to come in and be built the same way. 3-4. Those guys. Andy Dalton comes in with the same exact roster that we brought in from free agency. Um,
Hmm.
and then per, saying that we stayed at number 9. Say we went out at number 9, and then this is the hypotheticals that I'm talking about. I know it's a little it's far off or far fetched, but just roll with me for a second. Say we
Okay.
went and got Jalen Carter, and you got Derek Brown and Brian Burns
Or
out there.
you got to look at what happened too. Now we traded 9 to Chicago, and then like somebody else made a point. I was looking at somebody else this morning, Q, before me and you had talked earlier, and they brought a
Mm,
thing. They said if Carolina stayed at 9, and they got the call from the Eagles. You see what the Eagles gave to Barrett? We'd have took that deal.
yeah,
You got to look
you
at that
could have
because that
you could
really
have
happened.
traded back,
That
could have traded
that
back and got
really
a lot
happened.
of pieces. Now,
Yeah.
okay, so back to the hypothetical. Let me finish the hypothetical.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, at number 9, you build this defense and you go out and you build this team the correct way, filling in by pieces. You go and you get a receiver somewhere here and there. You go out and you get edge rushers and stuff like that, and maybe a middle linebacker. This year, you got Andy Dalton. How about this? You bypass the quarterback in that draft. Is what I'm saying. You
Okay.
bypass quarterback and you take your time and you fill all the holes on the teams with the Christian McCaffrey picks and all that stuff that you got and the Robbie Anderson
Yes.
picks that you got. Now with Steve Wilkes and a guy like Andy Dalton with this offensive line, and let's say we still got Foreman, and you bring in Miles Sanders, and he didn't just say Foreman didn't get offended because Foreman was Steve Wilkes' guy. Make no mistake about it. Wilkes would have
Uh
pulled
huh.
that cat to the side and talked to him. That's why I'm saying that. Um, you come out here with Andy Dalton, the veteran, and you run this team this year. how do you think you would fare with the veteran at quarterback and
Well,
Wilkes at coach?
looking at Andy's performance in Seattle game, I think we would have beat um, Atlanta, and me sitting in the stadium on Monday night, we would have beat New Orleans. I know we would have. And who the hell knows we'd have took that momentum into Seattle. I say it's a
Ooh,
loss because it was a loss, but who knows if we'd have took that momentum into Seattle, what it would have been. With
because our
Andy
defense
Dalton
would have
having
been
some more
fired up
run,
and everything.
yeah, with Andy
Mm-hmm.
Dalton having some more run and some more, because you got to think about it. When Bryce got named the starter going into camp, because once again somebody stuck their hand in it, because what the reports was, it wasn't supposed to be like that. Andy was the starter going into camp, supposed to be. That day of camp, it was like, Bryce gonna start. Give Bryce all the reps. So Andy wasn't getting all the reps like that. So the momentum and Andy getting the reps and stuff like that. I'm not gonna say that we beat Seattle because we didn't, but
It would have been
look at what the
close.
score was, look at
Man, it
what it
would have been
was,
close.
so yeah, it would answer your question, Q. It'd have been a whole lot
Mm-hmm.
different,
So
whole lot different.
just to hear you say this, you're saying we would improved. Okay, when we went out and won one game, would you have seen that with Steve Wilkes as your head coach and Andy Dalton and them boys going forward?
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no, no.
Okay. So what you're telling me, and if I just assess what you're saying, Wilkes would have got the most out of this talent on this team.
Yes, sir, because he did it the year before. Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, okay.
The momentum would
Okay.
have been riding. Momentum, just the momentum ride. Look at hell, look at Las Vegas Raiders right now.
Mm-hmm.
Team is
So
talented.
so
Look
so
at
so
what
let
he
me
just
make
did.
let me paint a picture. Let me paint a picture. Let me paint a picture. So you're telling me that right now, with this same level of talent that we have right now at 1-8, out goes the coach and insert the trusted Steve Wilkes. Now be mindful, same roster. That's what I'm asking you. Same roster, and and it might be a little bit better based on your draft picks.
Mhm.
Same roster though.
Mm, mm, mm.
This team is a better team.
Yes, sir, because it was reported that Wilkes had some pushback, and a lot of that stuff that David Tepper was or is or did or has or is going to get out of Frank or made Frank do, he wasn't gonna have it with Wilkes, or Wilkes wasn't gonna
Nope.
do it. So therefore, everything would have looked totally different, Q. And so you'd have had, if you keep up with DC, the Flash and all that, you'd have had a flashpoint moment,
Mm,
where everything had been different. We can't sit
mm-hmm.
here and be like, well, we did this and this happened because of this. Nah, everything had been different. Everything had been different, my boy, because the draft had been different. This had been everything had been different.
Okay.
All you need to do is get a GM to come in here and a coach to.
Well, I'm under the impression because with Steve Wilkes there, you saw how boom Robbie Anderson flares up at the coach. Steve Wilkes walks into
Out of
Scott
here.
Fitterer's office and say, "You got to go." Um, they weren't a stranger to working hand in hand. Him and Steve Wilkes, they coincided very well together.
Mhm,
You know what I'm saying? There was chemistry,
mhm. Yes, sir.
and where there's chemistry, there's the ability to create something special. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Well, this is
Now
the number one. Mm-hmm.
we haven't seen nobody flare up this year a bow up in front of Frank's face or something like that. Let me put that scenario out there and say if a Robbie Anderson had done that under Frank Wright watch, do you think Frank would just said, "Well, go over there, sit down, Robbie," and
Yeah,
Robbie
that's
would have
what he did
continued
there.
to keep that bullshit going on the sideline?
That's exactly who Frank Wright is. Frank Wright is the passionate warrior. You know what I'm saying? He is the
Okay.
quiet, peaceful man that you rear up at him. He's not going to push anybody out of the way. Am I right? Listen to it. He turned it into a damn circus. Thank you, Quan. I appreciate you. Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay. Okay. So Frank wouldn't have told Robbie to carry his ass on back to the back there.
No, sir.
That's what you're telling me. Okay.
Go. Did you see
Okay.
that video where Frank was in the locker room and it was after the win, the first win, and he went to talk, and his voice was so scarfed up when he went to open his mouth, all you could hear was, he don't have it in him, is what I'm saying. He don't have it in him.
So once again on 99 and fan, like I said, there was reports of people already saying this. Like the Panthers need somebody that's gonna basically cuss somebody out on the sideline. That's gonna get in somebody's ass on the sideline. I mean, you already got mainstream media saying this, Q. That's not us saying it. You just came with that scenario right there, and they already reporting this right here. They saying we don't have nobody. I thought Deuce Daly was supposed to be the hammer,
Yep.
right?
The hammer got real quiet.
Supposed to be the hammer, right? What happened to the
Yeah,
hammer? What
your
the
guess
hammer
good
at?
as mine.
The hammer ain't hit nobody. The
Your
hammer
guess
ain't
as good
drove
as
not
mine.
now damn nail. Not now damn nail had the hammer put in.
Mm-hmm.
What a hammer. The hammer can't. The hammer is the assistant head coach, and he's the coach of the motherfucking running back, and that's one of the worst rooms on the field. Huh? Talk to me now.
I mean, your guess as good as mine. Go. Deuce Staley, at the first sign of seeing his team was bad, he ran. Like we could have been in the car together and robbed the bank together. And Deuce Staley is the one. When the police came, he ran the opposite direction and went and jumped the fence and left all us hanging. You know what I'm saying?
You?
Because during the summer, when the Blueprints was here, who had more mouth than Deuce Staley?
Nobody.
Who
Not
was out
one
here
person.
huffing and puffing and talking about corral? Look at that 14 foot. It's not 14 foot. Von Bell. Boy, you better do
You ain't
something
did
today.
nothing.
Shaq Thompson.
You
You
ain't
ain't
did
made no
nothing all
plays
day.
all
You ain't did
day.
nothing all day. All day. Come on,
All
hit a
day.
motherfucker. Uh-huh. Yeah. What happened to all that? Where's all that at? Ain't no toughness
Motherfucker.
on this team. Where's
Yeah.
where's the enforcer at? Where's the enforcer?
No fire.
Where's the enforcer on the defense?
There ain't no fire.
Where's that guy? Where's that guy that somebody say, oh man, I ain't trying to come around that corner up that middle. If that motherfucker there get his hands on me, I seen a bad day. Where's that dude?
We don't got it. And that's the worst part. No accountability on this
Nope.
team right now whatsoever.
We got people
Whatsoever.
playing ping pong when we lose. I'm still thinking about that too.
Lord have mercy. It's like it's like I watched a video day before yesterday, and it was the Raiders locker room. These boys smoking, cussing, doing all type of shit over there. And I said to
When
myself, that's
McDaniel
why
was
they.
there,
Well, Daniels.
you see, that's what they said the other night. Before the game, that pregame, they said shit done changed, Q. They said
Mm-hmm.
the dude, this new dude, they said shit done changed, bro. Shit
Mm-hmm.
done changed. That's what I keep telling everybody. I told y'all like week 2, week 3, the locker room is gone. I told y'all the locker room was gone. You can see that when the captain of your team, Brian Burns, one of the captains of your team, right? He didn't get his money. So you did him dirty. The one of the biggest star on your team, y'all just did dirty. If I'm up next, get my payday, or I'm to the side or whatever, I'm look. Am I not looking at this queue? Am I not supposed to be looking at this shit going down in front of my face?
Yeah, yeah. And guess what else,
I'm not.
Go? Fowler,
Hold on.
Dante Fowler, and Daniel Jeremiah named the number one free agent coming out for next year. The number one free agent in the entire NFL. Can you guess who it is?
Would it be Brian Burns?
Yes, sir. That's correct. The number one free agent. That means the best player that will be available is our very own Brian Burns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if you didn't catch the front of this live right here, I ran down about 15 out of 40 coaching prospects. And Thomas Brown and Izzy Evero was top of that list
Mm.
that will be interviewed for head coaching job. So you best damn believe anyway you were gonna get a new staff in there anyway, regardless of what they do.
Yeah, it's bound to happen. Um, because after watching this staff come out here and absolutely move nothing, these boys couldn't move two rocks. Even if the rocks were lightweight, they couldn't move them. Like Frank Wright is about the quietest coach I've ever met, and he has no fire whatsoever to him, and he can't.
No
He don't even have
motivation.
any
No
coaching
motivation.
ability, no motivation. He is the worst coach in all of football. He the worst. And I'm not surprised why he keeps getting fired. But what I am surprised is he keeps getting hired.
Yeah. Frank Wright couldn't motivate me to clean my room.
Yeah. 70-year-old man. He is 67, 68 years old. And what, at this point in time in life, he need to be sitting his ass down on the porch, drinking sweet tea, rocking in a rocket
Come
chair, eating a
on,
banana with a
man.
newspaper. He need to be doing everything else, playing with the grandkids. But being a coach on an NFL team, nah, bro, you need to be knitting somewhere. You need to set your ass down and go knit because this ain't cutting it. I don't understand why are you here because for what you brought to this team this year, based on what you say we were going to be, I haven't seen it.
Nope.
Talk about catfish. Talk about
Yeah.
catfish. He's the offensive guru. What offense you seen on this field?
And that's
I
that
mean,
that's what it is. God no. That's
so we haven't seen him put forth an offense since Andrew Luck. So you need a supreme talent at quarterback to get production. Is that what you telling me?
Like a supreme. Like it ain't even.
we
It's like a.
we have went out here and we were told this is another thing. You get off your chest on Wednesdays. We were told and we were supposed to buy into we're we're not hiring Steve Wills because he's a defensive minded guy.
Hmm.
We're going offense.
Hmm.
We're going to get a
Offense.
quarterback who's a point guard and throw this thing all
Hmm.
around. This is the scheme. This is what we're going to do. So we're going to get an offensive minded guy. We putting this offensive minded coaching staff together. Jim Caldwell, senior advisor. Josh McCowan, quarterback coach. Thomas Brown. We're going to bring Sean McVay damn near here because we got Sean McVay Jr. from Thomas Brown. And
Hmm.
then we're going to get Frank Wright, who's been ex quarterback, ex head coach, ex coordinator, everything to do with offense. Four motherfuckers with over X amount of years of experience to do this. We're getting ready to have an offense to commemorate with this defense, and we're gonna play complimentary ball.
Well, we about to fuck
Have
up
you seen
again
it?
because GOAT, because from what I understand, Cody was right on the top of it yesterday when he said that some point in time, it's being
Say it.
reported out
Don't you
there
say
right
it.
now.
Don't you say it. Don't you
It's
say it.
being reported that David Tepper has been in talks with Bill O'Brien.
See?
I saw that earlier. He was in talks with Bill O'Brien and reportedly about coming here to Carolina.
Now,
Bruh.
Q.
Ain't no difference in
So
him and McAdoo.
I told
Nope.
them today. I told them today. I said this earlier on this show.
Mhm.
How much? So what else do we got to do? Do we got to go get Nick Saban too?
That's
I
what
mean,
I'm saying.
you're gonna have to bring all of Alabama here. You're gonna have to go get Jameer Gibbs off of that team he had. Bring his ass right on back on over here. You go get all his receivers for the last couple of
Yeah,
years.
And all
Nick.
his O line too.
Yeah, you go get all them boys.
That's
We
crazy.
Deontay Brown. We let Deontay Brown go, so we got to bring Deontay back because Deontay was gone.
You ain't missing nothing with him. You
Deontay was
ain't missing
gone.
that.
So
Hey, look,
that
any boy that
that might
get
be why
cut
he
in
can't
the middle,
function. That might
any
be why he
boy
can't function
he got
though.
cut in the
You
middle of the
understand
season
that?
go on a
You
trash
have to
ass
make
team.
Bryce. You have to make Bryce comfortable. You have to get Bryce. You got to fix it up like Bryce is home.
Them boy
You going to
cut
go get Bill
Throckmorton
O'Brien?
and Deontay Brown.
You getting ready to go
Mm,
get Bill O'Brien?
Yeah, he cleaning
You
house
got to
before
go.
he get
You
here.
got to do. Yeah, you got to go get everything. So for Bryce, did CJ need old boy that called plays at Ohio State? Did he need
Nope.
him?
Mm-mm.
Hey, guess what they at Q in the power ranking? The
Mm?
Texans. Who
What,
number
number
10?
5? Number 10.
Number
I
so
know
they
they're
went with
top team.
Number
you remember
10, they're
when
number
you
10.
remember when the Texans last year when we were saying when we used to get power rankings, they were 31, 32? They number 10. If that ain't worth
And,
the first, that's worth
yeah,
the first, ain't it?
that's worth anything you pay for a first round pick. Anything. Now had Bryce turn us
He didn't
from 32 all the way up into the top 5, top 10 power ranking, you'd have sent me right here. If GOAT would have mentioned Bryce's name, I'd have fought that nigga on the show. Don't you
I'd
dare
have been
talk about
mentioning
him.
Bryce. I'd have been mentioning Bryce name. Bryce name the bad. I'd have said he's a bad little motherfucker. Just like I said about California. He's a bad little motherfucker.
Oh god, that is
Thing
too
is,
funny.
man, like we
But
finna
that
get
means he'd have had speed, he'd have had arm strength, and he'd have been
Yeah.
elusive in that pocket.
What you said, Jalen?
the thing is,
In his
man, we
time.
finna get all these Alabama guys, and GM should think like this. And I don't know if y'all realize this, but if you're trying to go offense, so let's say the Pac-12. If I was a GM, I would. All right. So let's say I'm trying to draft receiver, quarterback, and cornerback. I would go with the Pac-12 if I'm trying to get a D tackle, inside linebacker, or an edge. I would go with the SEC.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. Because if they actually watch, you know what I'm saying, and and if you're trying to go offensive line, I would go SEC too because they facing these cold D tackles and these cold edge rushers, and that's what the SEC is all about. So it's like thinking like that, and what based on what I'm seeing, that's how
Mm.
I would go. And like, okay, if I do need a defense, I'll go with the SEC. If I need an O line, I'll go with the SEC. If I need receiver, cornerback, or quarterback, I will go with the Pac-12 because on
I
what
would
I
also
see.
add the ACC in there for weapons because the ACC has some shifty receivers and boy, they got some good ass
Really?
tight ends that came out. Yeah, look
Are
at the
you serious?
ACC. Joshua
Oh.
Downs and them boys came down there last year, and look how they doing in the NFL right now. Look at that boy. Look at that boy at the Ravens. What's the little motherfucker at the Ravens Besides Odell Beckham Jr., what's his
Remember
name?
Maryland? You remember Maryland come out there? Flowers, 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 flowers,
Zay
flowers,
Flower.
flowers.
Oh, the
Oh,
ACC do have good tight ends. Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
sure.
Joshua
Maryland got
Downs,
outside
all
the
them
ACC.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah,
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 they do
Joshua
have good
Downs and
tight
all them.
ends.
Maryland ain't in the ACC no more, but they
I
used to be
forgot.
the
My
ACC
bad.
team. But yeah, that I mean, Jalen, that's with you saying something like that, like go to this conference for this and go to that conference. At least you got a plan and you work that plan. But I
Hmm.
don't know what kind of fucking plan these motherfuckers got, man. I looked at it like they
Well,
was
go.
throwing down dark birds or they were guessing. If you go back to that shit, that war room shit, that confidential, whatever it was that they showed us how they did that draft. Go back to that.
Go.
Show me what these jokers had a plan,
You,
Q.
you know what pissed me off, Go? Was when we had the undrafteds and you see talent like Eli Ricks go to the Eagles. And
Right,
Eli
that's
Ricks was
right.
a first round pick that did not get drafted. And what did he do? Who had the highest grade amongst all cornerbacks in the first week of the regular season? Amongst cornerbacks, PFF, he had a fucking 92. 92. He was unstoppable. And he was undrafted and we walked right by his ass. So if you're going to put forth a shit. These boys don't know how to evaluate talent, man.
They don't.
Because let me tell you something, man. Anytime you realize you look at your team and you got guys like Mario, Marquise Haynes, YGM sticking around here, and they haven't done a damn thing to stay here. But then you go get guys like Jalen Redmond. You go get what's the linebacker that we had from Arkansas that was right beside Drew Sanders?
Oh,
But start with a B.
um, oh man, pool, bumper pool.
Bumper Pool. You go get Bumper Pool, Rajon Wright, Kobe Richardson, and Rajon Wright were two great pickups. They never got a chance to see the field, and
Nope.
it's like I'm looking around and I said, the talent that they brought in, you could have really built your roster off of some of them undrafteds that you brought in. Look what Miami did. Miami did that. They built their fucking team. They got the whole goddamn team and brought in a bunch of undrafteds. And then they say, okay, at certain positions, we got to go get known guys in the draft that's good at that position. So we could go draft a Jalen Waddle. Yeah, we got to go get him at the top of the draft. We could go and draft. They tried to get it. They tried to get offensive linemen all throughout the thing, couldn't do it. So they went and traded and got Eric Armstead from New Orleans,
Mm-hmm.
and they put that nigga at their left tackle. They got him in free agency. They knew. They sat there and they built this team. You heard TD told you this the other day. He said they built the entire defense off of undrafted guys because they didn't have any money and they didn't have any draft capital. So
So
they
they
said,
did.
okay,
They got
but
rid of
not even that.
the first wave.
Pay
Yeah,
attention to
but
what
they
he
got rid of
said.
the first wave, and they came back and got picks.
But pay attention to what he said that day when we was on the show. He said in one season they picked up about I think he said 15 unrestricted undrafted free agents. And what
Mm-hmm.
they did was they got the best of the best. Like AKA you could have went and got a what's that dude? Drew Carter from the Army. Andrew Carter. Or you could have went and got a Eli Ricks. Or you could have went and got a Rush. You know, all of
Yeah,
you could have did your homework and build your
Rush
entire
starting.
team with that
Rush
talent.
is starting now. Rush is starting. He's a starter.
That boy was a number one. He was a first round talent as well. And because there was so many edge rushers that went off the board, an unprecedented amount of edge rushers caused all them boys on corner to get pushed down. I mean, this is shit. This shit is crazy. We Scott Fitterer should have came in with the plan and say, okay, if we're gonna trade hell and earth to get Bryce, what we need to do is target undrafteds. What we need to do is send our scouting team out here to make sure that they are on top of each and every one of these people, and we could kill about 15 guys. Let them be
They
the
bought
cream of the
13.
crop,
They bought 13 in.
and they
They
got rid
bought
of
13
all
in,
13.
and then they keep with two.
Go. Jalen
Cause some,
Redmond from Oklahoma was a very good nose tackle that we
He
brought in.
was, yeah, he really
Very
was.
good.
He was,
Very
yeah,
good.
bro. He was really
Q,
good.
what
I was
Q?
surprised they
Okay,
didn't
Very
keep him.
good, bro.
Q.
Very
Let me ask you.
good.
Let me ask you this question then. If you bring in 13 UDAs because you didn't have the draft capital, and so it don't cost you nothing to bring in a UDA. You just say,
Nothing.
"Hey man,
Nothing.
I
It was
invite
free.
you to the, I invite you to run. I invite you to camp. I invite you to camp. Come on, come on. You just got to make the call before somebody else make the call. So you bring in
Hmm.
13. You
Yeah.
bring in 13 at different various positions.
Hmm.
So what was the plan? Or you just calling in and everybody or whoever? You didn't, like you just said. So you didn't scout these guys in case of emergency. Break this glass. You understand
I
what I'm
would.
saying?
I would have
So how you
said,
bring in
let me
13
look
people
at
on
the
you?
best of the best. And once they called the sixth round, I'd have said, okay, Eli Ricks is still on the board. If he isn't called in the seventh round, okay, I'm calling him. Andrew Carter, he there. I'm calling him. What's some of those edge rushers that went off that were there? Linebackers. Noah Sewell went undrafted. I mean, goddamn. Noah Sewell was projected to be a second round
Second
linebacker.
rounder, top
Lord
second
have
rounder.
mercy.
He was at one point he was in the top 5
Yes, sir.
in the country.
Yes, sir.
He was just him and Bumper Pool were just as a Mike linebacker. He was considered a little slow, but he's a big thumper, big body. You know what I'm saying? Help
I can
and what?
stop
Hey,
the run.
what we have done? We ain't started
Go.
none. We ain't
Go.
started fucking
We
run.
drafted Mango over Drew Sanders from Arkansas. He was sitting right there and we took fucking Mango.
Me and Wiley,
Talk about talk about crazy. We had an opportunity to go and get supreme talent and we pissed it away because like I said, you could have built this
See,
entire team off of you could have got at least six guys on the offense and six guys on the defense to come in and compete and push some of these guys out of the way. Like Rajon Wright came out, he didn't get much opportunities, and when he did in preseason, they gave him the third week of preseason to play a little bit, and he made a mistake, and then they cut him off of one mistake. Well, CJ Henderson make a mistake after mistake after mistake, penalty after penalty after penalty, and you keep him. Rajon Wright was
Christian
6'2",
Antifa said,
6'3".
Christian
I
Antifa
don't
said
get
we
it.
could have kept Cam Peoples,
Cam
but
Peoples. Cam
Chris,
Peoples.
Cam Peoples, they
he was
said
a
his
power
work ethic.
back.
And
Yes, he was.
they kept saying his work ethic. They kept saying his work ethic though, his work
No, no,
ethic.
no. What's the nigga in the running back that we love so much that they cut? The dude,
Oh,
every time we look, he was
Brown.
jumping off
You
the
talking about
screen. Brown,
Brown,
the running back. Oh my God.
Brown.
Every time I look at Brown, he was making a positive play. And they cut him and they kept Blackshear.
Yeah.
I say, oh my God. In preseason, nobody outworked Spencer Brown. Spencer Brown was his name.
That's Brown. That's
Spencer
right.
Brown got a good work ethic though, compared to all them guys though. I'm pretty sure you could just tell he got a better work ethic than Miles Sanders and uh who else? The Iggy, all of them.
Jalen, I got a better work ethic than Miles Sanders. And I don't play football. That son of a bitch, he had no business being on nobody's team right now. He shouldn't even be in the league, bro.
Oh
I mean,
dang, you think it's that
he's
bad?
just that bad, bro. I mean, I gave him a chance. I argued Leo down. Leo told me, he said, Kill, he's not gonna get 1,000 yards. I said, you mean to tell me this cat had 1,300 yards last year? He ain't gonna get it? Kill, the team is not good, Kill. I take no solace in saying this. I say, Leo, no, we ain't that bad, bro. He said, well, you see, and I'll be damned. He fuck around, caught that groin injury, and I know that's no excuse. He caught that groin injury, and I don't even know what the hell he been doing ever since. Can y'all
Since
put an
then,
APB out for this nigga, man?
ever since then, I mean, he
You
ain't had no more than he ain't had. Has he had 100-yard game?
Shit. I'll
No.
set a black off my ass before he have 100-yard game.
Damn.
The thing is, though, you can draft a running back anywhere. ACC, Pac-12, SEC. Like, you can draft a running back from anywhere. Running backs is actually easy to find. They're very easy to find.
Don't do that. Don't do that, Jalen. No, it's not. It's easy for everybody else, but for us, it's not easy because we don't do the homework. Like when you see guys at Kansas City that's drafted in the 5th and 6th round come out and ball, one is because they got a supreme talent at quarterback that them boys will go run through a brick wall for. I don't give a damn what nobody say. It makes a difference when you got Patrick Mahomes on your team versus having a Tyrod Taylor.
Oh,
I
man.
ain't running as hard for Tyrod Taylor as if I'm gonna run like for Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady. I'm scared to fuck up for them boys because they gonna be looking at me like, Andy Reid, get this nigga off the field.
Yeah. The talent level goes up when you have those type of guys at QB. When just like you just said, like you alluded to, when you got to go back to that huddle and look at Tom Brady, look at Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow or whatever, giving his all, going in there, standing in the pocket, throwing that mother, doing this, doing that, you know what I'm saying, going ham, and then here you just fumble the ball or he hit you dead in your motherfucking numbers and you drop the shit or you just do. So you have to arise at that day while you playing to day level. That's why everybody's better. Because that other guy on the other end of that ball makes you better.
Mm-hmm.
His
Cause
play makes
I know if I let down Patrick Mahomes, that shit hurt. It hurt when a Super
there
Bowl
you go.
winning quarterback look at you and shake his head and say, "Bro, what you doing? I thought I just told you to do this over here.
I know
Come
what
on,
you
bro.
do.
We trying to win Super Bowls.
This
We're not trying
motherfucker
to
out
come
here
around here
playing.
and win no damn
Out here
division."
limping. This dude out here
What
limping, Q,
when my quarterback is
and
on
playing.
one leg and giving his all,
Yeah.
why can't I?
What?
I
Man.
would, you know what I would give to have a Patrick Mahomes or a Joe Burrow. I promise to God, every store I go into every day, I would be fighting. Because if you gave me a quarterback like Mahomes or Burrow, them balls would be somebody had to shoot me. I'd have been shot a long time ago. The shit I talk. And you hear me on the phone with a little Minnie Mouse and how much shit I talk right now. You hear me every day go. When I walk in the store, first thing they say, there go Carolina. Can't win a damn game. And the first thing I gotta do is defend the team. And can't win again. And guess what, motherfucker? We still coming. I gotta talk
Defend the
shit.
team.
I got to defend the
Anywhere you
team.
go, you gotta defend the team. Defend the team. Damn, man.
I,
Damn, man. That dude can't coach. Damn, man.
I get tired of it.
What you gonna do with this?
I'm arguing with niggas every day because at the end of the day, the inner cardiac cat that I got ain't gonna die. It's not gonna die. I done seen it all. I done sat through era of quarterback, era of coach. Lord, if we had a John Fox at coach right now, y'all laugh and talk shit about him back in the day. But I bet you wish you'd have had that motherfucker now. Riverboat who? Riverboat who? I bet you wish you had that now. Motherfucking Frank with his deputy dog looking ass over there.
32 teeth.
Fucking McGruff looking motherfucker. Sitting his old stiff ass there.
The next dude coming here don't kill. The next dude coming here, man. If he ain't got some nuts, if he ain't got a pair of nuts, he gonna be the same cat. It's the same dude. If he ain't got a set of nuts, it's the same dude. We might well keep Frank.
I'm gonna tell you right now, they gonna go and try to pull the trigger on bringing Bill O'Brien through this door. I don't know why I feel like that because right now
It's something that we
You
would
you
do.
hear you hearing Harbaugh is looking towards Chicago. They got a bevy of picks. They got a potential quarterback he can bring through the door. It's a better situation. He can go and draft there fully without the owner being in his way. I would take that shit 10 times any day versus coming here
Okay,
where the owner sitting up in the owner press box mad that they throw the camera back on you, knowing that he ain't shit.
let's reevaluate this thing then. Now, when Bill
Hmm?
O'Brien was at Texas, Bill O'Brien had GM power,
Yeah.
correct?
Now, don't get it wrong. Bill O'Brien, the coach, was damn good. He had the Texans competing. But Bill O'Brien, the
So
GM, was an asshole.
now, okay. So therefore, I guess Bill O'Brien thinks he's got some type of cachet to say, if I get another shot, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like that. So if Bill O'Brien comes in here and they get Bill and Tampa says, well, you know what? Let me sit my ass down and let me go do this and do that. And I get Bill, GM, head coach, and roster power. You know what I'm saying? Like Rule had.
Hmm.
Now, what did you just say? Bill O'Brien, the coach.
Was very good.
Bill O'Brien, the GM.
Very bad.
Okay.
He was
So
too
now if you get the
personal.
very bad, if you get the very bad GM and the good coach, and he fuck it up,
But
now you're
what?
gonna
But
have
what are we
people who
asking
may
him to
Temple,
do? Are we asking him to
but
come
you're
in to
gonna
be the
have Temple
offensive
want to say,
coordinator?
hey, if they go get Bill O'Brien, I don't think he takes another lateral move. I think you're looking
Yeah,
at. I don't think he takes a lateral move, Q.
I don't see him leaving his situation to come to be a sidekick to Frank Wright. You're right.
Thank you.
You're right. Why am I gonna help Frank Wright if it goes right? I'm the mastermind and the genius behind this because clearly
And
Frank Wright couldn't
Frank
do
the head
shit.
coach. Yeah, and
He the
Frank the
head
head coach.
coach.
If I can get Bryce to come in here and be what he was at Alabama, or if I know how to get the pieces around him to make him who he was in Alabama, huh?
Damn.
And like you said, who gets the credit? Frank or Bill gets the credit without the title. He's not gonna take no lateral move because come Sunday, some furniture gonna be moving. Q, I done
Hmm.
told you this. Somebody get removed some furniture. That means somebody get ready to lose their fucking job. Somebody got to move out of the house. Furniture getting ready to be moved.
You're gonna see a lot of white and blue on that TV screen, on that 80-inch screen that we're gonna be playing out there at Lake Wiley. Y'all see, I have the address in the chat. Meet and greet. If y'all in the area, y'all see it right now. Go ahead, get ready to pull up on your boys. We got free food and everything out there for everybody. That's the address and the link. We're gonna have a 80-inch projection screen going Sunday, but Saturday is the actual meet and greet. It's around 6:30, 7 p.m. So y'all don't want
Well,
to miss it.
I just bought a new one. I just bought a new one.
Oh, for real?
It's a buck 20. It's a buck 20.
It's a buck 20.
It's a buck
I'll
20.
be damned. 80 was
So
better.
we're gonna have
You took it to another level.
so we got a buck 20 that we're gonna be what we all 120 inches screen of this screen. We're gonna be watching the game on out there at Lake Wiley. And you get ready because I want all these motherfuckers that's out there to see everything that Bryce Young do in HD, and I want you to see everything. I want you to see every point of this game. Of this, Pop just called it a massacre.
Mm-mm-mm.
Pop just called it a massacre.
Man, people
So I
on
want
Twitter
you to
saying
put
they feel like we're gonna win, go.
okay,
Wow. Are y'all serious?
Pop,
Okay.
That's what
Pop
they're
just
saying.
called it a massacre. Okay,
I
what?
know it ain't gonna be close.
Lord.
People on Twitter,
Hey,
Instagram, all type of shit saying that They feel like the Panthers is going to win this game because the
I
Cowboys
got
beat
ooh,
up on the
I got a
Giants and they
feeling.
always lose a game. So they creating false hope right now.
Here they
I
go.
got a feeling everything gonna be all right. I got a feeling. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. I got a feeling. Okay, yeah, yeah. I got a feeling too. Uh-huh. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Go.
So yeah, yeah.
Somebody even went as far as to say, uh, we haven't won any nothing but one game, 1-8. I still feel like we
Yeah.
can come out and turn this thing around.
Okay.
How?
I know they did. I know they did.
Like what metrics and code of ethics is these boys looking? Like what numbers are they looking at that I'm not seeing? That this team that they see? What am I missing? Somebody had. I'm starting to think these Panther fans got mental problems. I'm starting to evaluate some of these boys' mental. There's psychiatric evaluations that need to be done because if you 1-8, ain't no way on God's green earth you gonna talk about. And I know why they're saying it because the division winner ain't nothing but 5 games. They feel like if they win 4 games, they can come back.
Mm-hmm.
No, sir.
No, that's not happening, man.
I'm not gonna enable. I'm not gonna enable that at all. No, sir. The Panthers might beat the Cowboys to Bank of America, but that's about it. Here we go. Just along. There you. I understand. You might think, okay, okay. I'll leave it like this. They're gonna win. Yep. Panthers gonna win. Thomas Brown is no longer calling the plays. That was the savior for everybody. So we back
Yep.
to Frank Wright and them bubble screens. I hope you know that.
Screen.
Hey Q,
Huh?
if Justin Long, I love you, bro. You be in the chat, you be around. Hey, you're a supporter. You come
Mm-hmm.
through. You give. I'm not knocking what you're saying. You give your analogy. You give your point of view. I respect it. But I'm gonna just say this. You look at just that news what you just said. Just the breaking news what come out today. Look at the instability of what's going on a big ass Wednesday. Let's do this. Let's do that. We ain't paid our number one guy. This guy was on the chopping block. This guy on the chopping block. This guy hurt. Now he can't be on the chopping block. Now this and that. Oh, now we evaluating the offensive and defensive line. It's too much. It's too unstable around here to talk about some fucking winning. It's too unstable to even talk about some winning around this month. Huh?
You know
If
what?
you
You
walked
know.
into your job and the light and nobody didn't pay the light bill and the coffee maker was off and the you know what I'm saying? And the machine that you work on or the computer, the program and this and that, how can you do your job?
Mm-hmm.
Too much instability around this one. You don't even know who's gonna be here next year. What's going on? You can't work in them conditions.
We ain't winning the game. Oh, okay. I'm glad you know it. All I'm saying is I started this thing last year, and I was so happy, so excited. I wanted to sit down and talk about my Panthers. I felt like even though we were losing, there was still an excitement in the air last year. Even though we had Matt Rule and we were winning 5 games, I still said, damn, if we can just do this right here, we could turn this around. Now it's like Frank Wright and David Tepper and Scott Fitterer has even taken the optimism right out of my ass. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I can't even look at this thing and first of all guess a positive direction. And it's so hard to even at 1-8, nobody in this franchise got hope. Nobody. I and this is the worst part, man. like I said, I grew up a Panther fan my whole life, and I got to sit here and watch teams like Kansas City get it together, Cincinnati get it together, Philly
Mm-hmm.
get it together,
Mm-hmm.
LA
Yeah.
Rams, the Chargers, all them boys come out, have competent quarterback
Was the
play,
bottom. Yep.
competent offense. They were at the bottom. The Dolphins had a coach snorting cocaine in the locker room with a hooker 3 years ago. 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
snorting cocaine with a hooker. You talking about dysfunctional, and they turn that around. We are to the point now where we just got one motherfucker. He ain't doing no drugs. He ain't out here with no hookers. He just can't sit his ass down. And that's the fucking dysfunction. One nigga that can't sit his bald headed ass down and get out the way. Why you think we talking about billboards? Because if it was a multitude of things, you could say, okay, this team is just not very, very, very good. But we watch this
Yeah.
same teams. Team 7 games. 7. I don't get it. How do you regress? Like, bro, how do you go from 5 games to 5 games to one?
Oh my God.
I,
From
I,
7.
like,
The
what did
coach
I
that
do
you
to
shipped
deserve
off
this
on
as a fan, bro?
the coach that you shipped off won you 6 by itself.
Go. What did you do to deserve this as a fan?
I didn't. That's what I keep telling my folks. That's why everybody say, "Oh, go, you so negative." Oh, go, I don't even want to hear you or whatever. I'm sitting here telling y'all don't deserve this. You don't deserve to go in there and pay the third or the sixth most highest game day experience to walk in that stadium. Like they are you owe them your grace to go in that stadium and pay them $15 for a beer and some
Hey,
popcorn
hey,
and some Bojangles chicken fingers.
and donuts. Donuts. Don't forget about them.
Yeah.
The fucking donuts so damn high.
And then parking around that motherfucker
Forty
and
dollars.
whatever else. And then
Yeah.
they go and the room rate goes up on game day. Which all that's supposed to go to the city. And then the damn city don't even want to build you a new stadium because you won in fucking 8. But they'll hike up the motherfucking down everything around that everything in the whole damn city gonna hike up on game day though. They'll take the money. They'll
Dang.
take the money.
Yeah. They take the money. Like just along, I agree with you. I did not have any expectations coming into the season, and I do agree also. I did not think Frank Wright was going to be this bad. I don't think nobody can wake up and say, "Hey, they expected the Panthers to win one game this year." Nobody came to that conclusion. Maybe Leo did, but nobody else. But I'm I looked at it from a perspective. I said, "Bro, we're gonna at least get 6 of these motherfuckers, maybe 7." I was scared to even go higher than 7 this year. And remember,
Yep.
me and Rocky Two Flavors had a bet. That's why, shout out to Rocky Two Flavors for that chang. I spend your change any day, brother.
I'm glad you
He
said
was
that.
betting. Mm-hmm.
Twan, you was in it, and y'all going over there to 704 like I've been telling y'all the whole time. They like 4 or 5 away, man. Go on over there like and subscribe, man. Get them boys over the threshold of 1,000, man. Go on over there, please. Help me out. Y'all go over there. Like I said before I leave, I wanted y'all to go over there, man, and put them over. Put them over to that tower. Put them over to that
Mm-hmm.
tower. But Twan Don. Give me that cash out me. You was in the chat a while ago. Cash out me Wiley money so I can go get this liquor. I need that bread. You lost the bet. Cash out Wiley. Cash out me for Wiley. Wiley in town. Wiley in Atlanta. Don't make me and Wiley have to come get you.
Oh, why they already in town?
He should be. He said he would get in like Wednesday. He said he had a meeting, right? He supposed to be in Atlanta.
Hey, yes, sir. Hey, it's meet and greet time, man. That's the place to be this Saturday, 6:30. We got ribs. You know, like I said, we got the food, we got the spades, we got everything. Hot dogs, hamburgers, y'all name it. Bring y'all ass. This is where you want to be. I'd like to meet each and every one of you guys. Come on out, talk to me, tell me how you feel. Let's take some pictures. I mean, let's create an atmosphere where everybody can come and be friends, man. I want to see who I'm talking to. It's good that I see your name in the chat, but I'd like to see you in person, man. It would be good. It's been a long time coming, and this is our first official meet and greet. The channel has been popping for 2 years now. This is going into our second year, and I'm so thankful to have the opportunity to be here with each and every one of you guys, man. So we appreciate y'all.
Man,
I heard my
appreciate
man
it.
say,
Appreciate the love,
"But
mano. Appreciate
excuse
it,
my
buddy.
language. Salute to y'all. We appreciate you, Bubba."
Phantom Hunter
Go.
been rocking. Phantom Hunter been rocking from day one. We appreciate you, brother. That's why we giving back. Come Saturday and Sunday, man. I got some ribs going on. That's gonna make you smack your mama
Oh, it's
for
gonna be
real.
live, man. We're gonna even go live from it, because like I said, we got some special guests that'll be in the building, man. We'll have P and Pat Coltrane rolling through. So you definitely don't want to miss that. We're gonna have those guys pulling up. We're gonna get their expectations for the season. And then we all gonna just sit back and relax. Nothing major, nothing. It's just us saying, hey, we wanted to meet you guys and say thank you for supporting us.
Well, it's a party. We're gonna have a little music going on. Like you say, the spades is gonna be going on. It's a
Yeah,
backyard
yeah.
barbecue, bro. It's a backyard barbecue. We're going, like I said, we got a photographer. Hey man, it's going on. It ain't gonna cost you one red cent. Everything free. Bring your ass.
Address is in the link. Y'all see it pinned to the top of the chat. So Saturday, 6:30 p.m. Make sure you there.
No doubt.
And if y'all need anything, y'all want to reach out to me, hit the email, Black Cat Panther Podcast. If y'all need any, I don't know, to any of the guys that's coming down or something like that, and you need a form of transport or something like that, just holler at your boy. Like I said, I come pick you up myself.
Sure enough, figure something out. Like I say, hit the
I'm talking about
email
from
if
the
you can't
airport now,
get
if you need it.
yeah.
If from the
If you
airport
can't
now.
get Rachel from the airport. From the airport. Yeah, yeah. From the
From the
airport. From
airport now. I ain't coming across 100 miles to your house now. I ain't coming across 100 miles now.
the airport.
No, sir.
Yeah, hit the
Yes, sir.
email. You can't get directions right or whatever you had going on. We get you straight.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, shout out to everybody, man. I done got it off of my chest, man. How you feeling, Go?
Man,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before you had come on there, it was just me and Jalen sitting back here chilling a little bit, and then we was about ready to go ahead, but go ahead and gave you, the rest of the time there, and we chopped it up, and we found out some good tidbits today, man, about Bill O'Brien, Scott Federer. Like I said, that if you guys don't rock with Julian Council over at Locked On Panthers, good, insightful guy, good, insightful show. Know what the hell he talking about, man. I get a
Yeah.
lot of news from Julian, a lot of perspectives from him, and
I think
he
out
got
of
some
out of the
insights
Charlotte,
to it.
out of any of the Charlotte media, he's the most insightful. So
Yeah,
please
yeah.
go to Locked On Panthers and subscribe there if you haven't. Show him, a love, because, like I said, he gives us a lot of insight and gems, man. And I'm putting it out there, brother. One day we hope to collaborate.
Yeah. We gonna get with him, man. Cause we earlier this year, if y'all was watching it, you seen we talked to the Saints guy. So we get him. We'll get him in there. We'll get him in there. When
Yeah,
we play the
locked
Saints,
on
that we
Saints.
talked to the Locked On Saints guy, and they had just did because you know he always do with the opposite team, and they had just did something together. So we did something with the Locked On Saints, yeah, and they had just did a collab. But we gonna get him.
Yes, indeedy.
But when he told about the Steve Wilkes thing, man, that opened my, you know what I'm saying? That just opened my nose like big paper rub. Like Steve wasn't no yes man. We all knew that. You could tell by Steve Wilkes' mannerisms and stuff like that. That like, and see, he was frustrated. He was already frustrated with your boy, and that's why to go on with the next guy. But see, I think he may give Bill some leadway though. But if Bill has a fucked up ass outing with the power, he gonna take the power back. That's the type of dude Temple is, and we done seen Bill
Also,
fuck up the power.
you damn right about that. You are damn right about that.
So
I
that's what
put it
I'm
in the
worried about.
chat earlier, and shout out to anybody that see it. If you haven't already, if I could get about 10 of you guys to go over to the Experience, which is the newest NFL channel, I would appreciate it if I can get y'all to go over there and subscribe. I'm gonna put it back in the chat real quick. The tailgate experience, man. Please show us some love over there. I'm gonna be going live on that thing probably all next week. So we're gonna give y'all content all the way around the NFL. Click that link right there and subscribe to us.
What about tomorrow? Tomorrow game on a Thursday night game.
Oh, you know your boy Dub Q in the building. Yes, sir.
Yeah. We'll be there on the Thursday night game then.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Streaming live from the tailgate experience. How we're doing a live play-by-play. And it's gonna go probably from, if it's an entertaining game, I'll be up the whole game. If it's a little dud of a game, I might do first through second or third quarter.
Yeah.
But I just want to kick it, show a little love. And y'all come on over and who is the game tomorrow night?
I don't even know. I don't know what you call it.
Hey, come,
Let's
come, come,
see.
come, come, chameleon.
Let's
Yeah, I know my
see who
boy
got
George.
that.
Y'all ain't know about that.
The Bengals and the Ravens. So, oh
Oh
hell,
hell yeah!
Oh,
we
dang.
got Joe Burrow versus
Yes, sir.
Lamar. Oh yeah, that's gonna be
I'm not
that's
missing
a
that.
smoker.
Ravens finna
Yeah,
win, though. Ravens
Yes,
gonna
sir.
win.
8:15 tomorrow. 8:15 tomorrow.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
y'all see how we
Boy.
got excited about them
Yes,
two
sir.
quarterbacks? Huh?
I want to see that.
What? Yeah. See that?
Boy.
Yeah.
I wish I had a Joe Burrow. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna
we
say.
get excited about them two quarterbacks. Don't take much to get excited about them two.
10 people, please go over and click that link and subscribe. Do us that favor.
Yeah, so
All
we'll
right,
be
go.
able at the tailgate experience tomorrow. Damn right. We'll be
Yes, sir.
live for that. Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
I can't wait. Tailgate experience on Thursday, and we're gonna give y'all a tailgate experience, the Cowboy Weekend style.
On Saturday, yeah. Come on over and drink one with you, boy. Man, hey, with all that being said, man, ain't really no more last words, man. We done said everything.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, y'all be safe, man. We out here. Holla back.